Hello everyone. So, how are we doing? Again, as always, no idea how long I'm going to be here, and I was kind of like, will I, won't I? Because I filmed quite a few videos in a row, and I've done a lot of client work this week. Well, it's not so much that I've had like loads and loads of people. It's just even having a couple of sessions can be heavy because of the work that I do. But I've rested all day before I've done those videos, and yeah, basically I've filmed enough that if I don't want to film anything tomorrow, I don't need to, and I can have a wee day off. So, but I think I probably will still do a stream tomorrow. I just would do it earlier on in the day, but you'll see me if you see me. But yeah, we'll just see. So, in case I don't know, so before I came on, oh wait a minute, I'll do the housekeeping. Oh, it's 2020 judgment. The judgment cards come up a lot actually when I was doing them. Um, oh, it's the old theta gold thing, isn't it? Oh. Right, so I'm just putting in the overall booking link, which has got, if you're brand new or you've never had a Zoom before, remember to pick the one that says divinely timed session or something. And but equally, if you have had a Zoom with me before, make sure you pick crystal clear clarity session. If you want like just my general session. And there are other ones that are bigger investments, there's packages of sessions, or there's my therapy coaching, which the therapy and coaching, basically when you do the therapy, it's a mixture of both. I actually spoke about that in one of the videos that's to come. But I have got a coaching, mentoring package too in your gifts. But I always say I don't tend to do that package of people. The people that tend to do that are people that done the other one first. And sometimes there can be years in between. So anyway, but you can ask me about that if you are kind of that more leaning towards that. Um, but yeah, so um the goal. I've no idea what to make the goal. We'll set the timer for 2 hours, and I might not be here for 2 hours, so we'll just. But again, we all know I could be here for long. I don't think. I think if I was here for longer than 2 hours, I think no, I don't think that would be very good. So, don't. This is just so annoying, right? It's got get inspired with ideas. What's their ideas? I'll stream again on Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. Actually, these are. I'm screenshotting that. I didn't say that before. They're quite good ideas. I'll do street. Wait a minute. Get 1 extra hour of live streaming when we reach the goal. I don't want to put that because I'm wanting to see how I feel. um. Okay. I'll come back tomorrow. That's what I've put. But I might come back tomorrow anyway. We'll just nah. I'll definitely come back tomorrow if we reach the goal. I'm not sure if I'm using this right. Yeah, there we go. I'll set it at that because that's more realistic. Have I set it? Have I set the goal? No. There. So if we get 5 super chat, I'll go live again tomorrow. I'll find the strength. And then I shall not use my voice Saturday, Sunday, because I'll channel again on Monday. Yes, and then that would be good because my healing, a lot of it comes through my voice. So I've titled it Twin Flame Therapy Thursday because I used to do that on a Thursday. We used to, yeah, I used to call it Twin Flame Therapy. Well, it was Therapy Thursday. Um, yeah, it is working. Yeah, so basically, Venus retrograde is conjunct Mercury retrograde right now in Pisces. So that is very romantical, very kind of like you could be receiving gifts. Your money could be coming out of the sky. I'm experienced about that. You could just have, yeah, you could generally be having a bit more of a nicer time in love and finances and business and stuff like that. You could be feeling good about yourself. And I hope you are. I pray you are. Or, and there's a big but, there's a huge possibility of being hoodwinked by like karmic love right now too, because the shadow side, like I always say, is confusion, illusion, trickery, love bombing. It's huge love bombing. So I suppose that's why they want me to show up to kind of dig into this, because it's kind of like, if you're quite, I don't know, susceptible to manipulation, you might not a lot of people would actually recognize when that's happening until you're out of it. So it could be picking up on people's past, or it could be happening to you now, and this is to help you, or um, like I said, hopefully I pray nobody's future. But yeah, we'll just see where we go. I think because they've guided me to title it, because I just done that last minute, Twin Flame Therapy Thursday. I think if there's nobody here, I think I might just I'll just do what I usually do on the pre-recorded videos, um, because that's what I'll do. Because that'll give you. So I I'm not going to say this is for Saturday because I'm channeling it on Thursday, but they're all timeless. But I haven't done a twin flame therapy for Saturday or Sunday. So I think I'm just going to make this that, right? So I'm just going to do that, right? So like I said, if it actually happens to be that any of this happens Saturday or Sunday or any of the fucking days around, even if it's weeks from now, then that is amazing, and let me know, because it means that things are the quickening of things. It means that things are catching up to manifestation. But also, like I always say, look back at some of the older live streams and just the normal videos and even the shorts. Because although I always talk about the real time astrology and I say the date on the shorts, some of these are feeling very real now, and I've got confirmation through client sessions, and I can just feel it with the energy. Um, yeah, so I think that's it. And then obviously, because I've filmed the videos up until Sunday, like I filmed some sort of video. There was the Dirty Dancing, the lovers card kept coming out, like so. Um, there's stuff happening. Right, so at some point, let go of timing. Right to choose immunity hook sovereignty. Yeah, you're reclaiming your sovereignty. So again, I feel wherever you did have like energy attachments around you, whether it be through love or any area of your life, you've got a right to choose, and you're pulling your energy back from people, places, things that don't resonate. Your frequency's rising, and as you're doing that, you're finding that more success is coming, more happiness, more peace, more love in your life. Because love isn't just romantic, just you're just feeling more, you're better, feeling get better about yourself. And again, remember, it's sometimes that can just be for a period of time. You need to pull your energy back, because that's what soul retrieval is. Pull your own energy back, especially if you do feel like there's like energy vampires or people that feed off you or any of that kind of, just it's very important you take that time to go inwards and be yourself. And that can even be like people describe that in terms of like how I say all the time, there's introvert people that are more um like they heal by being on their own. And then you've got more sort of extrovert people. Again, we could all get in the big argument about what introvert, extrovert, and some people are a bit of both. Because again, I could be seen as a bit of both. Because I look like a major extrovert when I'm on here, but I'm actually not, as I say all the time. Like, you know, the most time that I would actually be like this, because I'm trying to think, like I wouldn't even be like this on a night out. That's the thing. Like on a night out, I would just, because usually it would just be like now, even back in the day, I would do that. I would just prefer to go out with me and a friend. But it's kind of like, um, yeah, if when on a rare time I do actually go out with like me and one of my best pals, it'd be like we're in our own wee world, and it's not like I'm fucking like Larry kind of giving it like that. We're in our own wee world. So yeah, really, like this is the only time I'm really like this. So it's just it's my public persona, but also it's not fake. It is like a real part of me. It's an animated part of me. So I don't know who needed to hear all that, but it's true. But yeah, portals, doorways into the now, letting go of the warrior. So, but the point is, you might be recharged by being around people. So get around people, just make sure they're safe people that have got your best interests at heart and they're not sabotaging you, because that comes through all the time that a lot of people are. Because obviously not everyone's sabotaging you, but there are some people sabotaging people because it's coming through in sessions. Um, but yeah, doorways into the now, letting go of the warrior. So the portal is tomorrow. So 4/4 portal. So we all know if you're around here all the time, it makes me cringe all this portal shit, but it is a portal. So, and it's so funny. Some of the synchronicities, they're even pulling me up to the four right now on the 40 birthday card that my niece gave me last year, and it's 2 weeks until my next birthday. Hopefully she makes me a 41 birthday card. She more than likely will. She's a brilliant drawer. And also, if you heard the story of, so maybe they want me, oh yeah, it is Aries and that is children. So if you weren't aware, because again, I have to drop in stuff about all the different things I do. It doesn't need to be everything in one thing, but um, I do heal children as well. So I heal people's I empower you to heal your own inner child, and I also empower a child to heal their self too. But what's the song that's going off? Don't give up on me, Andy Grammer. It's just went off, and it's the first line is "I will fight." Wait a minute, I don't I think I heard it on like some kind of cheesy film or program or series or something. It's always important when spirit alarm interrupts us. I will fight for you, I always do, until my heart's black and blue. I will stay with you. We'll make it to the other side like lovers do. I'm not singing it because I can't remember the tune. Like lovers do, I think it is. I'll reach my hands out in the dark and wait for yours to interlock. I'll wait for you, because I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. No, not yet. Even when, yeah, I can't sing, it's too high. Even when I'm down to my last breath, even when they say there's nothing left, so don't give up, I'm not giving up. Even when nobody else believes, I'm not going down that easily, so don't give up on me. And I will hold on to you. And I think it's just going to start saying more of the same. Again, it's not like I don't like it, but it's not one of my favourites or anything. And I don't know why that is on my liked songs. And it keeps fucking like unliking my songs and then giving me songs I haven't even liked and whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't know what else I was saying there, but basically, because again, I'm tired, but sometimes that's better for this. And actually, when I'm tired like this, the loved ones in spirit jump in again. So if they jump in, but it's not what I'm here for, guys, but you're welcome because it's always fun. And they're doing it like every single time I'm doing anything these days. Um, but yeah, I really do feel that, letting go of the warrior, it's wherever, you've been around like toxic sort of, and they don't always maybe say toxic, but they are saying toxic sort of karmic people and groups. It's like, try to let go of a bit of that defensiveness because not everybody's got it in for you. And it's like, I'm not going to go too deep into, I can hear them talking about something, but I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I'll kind of touch on the subject of, I was talking about this with somebody recently that I had a session with, that, there was some situations that I've had with people that were out to psychically attack me and basically tried to break my spirit because that's what the person was trying to do out of jealousy. And it's kind of like, but because, this is in the air right now, so I can see why they're bringing it through. So it's just kind of like, my guard was a wee bit up higher than what had been than ever. And so it's like weird. It's like a weird way. I'm grateful for that happened because I did need to put my guard up more, but still keep my heart open. But I was aware that like it was a bit of a shame anybody new joining because they weren't getting the same clear, you know what I mean? They were still getting good parts of me, but they were getting a bit that was still trying to heal from somebody being so horrible. When you help people, and also I think what kind of really was so disturbing about that was like when people actually attack somebody that's helping so many other people, like that's actually really serious, you know what I mean? Because like when I'm women down, like it's not like, I don't put the pressure on myself. Like I'm not here to save people, right? We're all here to fuck it. You might see different, but we're here to save ourselves. Like I'm aware that like, like I said, I get emails every other day, at least one or two a week, where I get, or in a couple of weeks, it really just depends. Sometimes I get more than that in a week, but of people saying that like if it wasn't for you showing up like every day in some sort of way, either I wouldn't, be enjoying my life or, stronger comments. And that honestly humbles and honors me and it, means the world to me. But at the end of the day, you still do need to take what I put out there and you still do need to get free every day. And, so you're a warrior for doing that. But yeah, that's what I feel like, so for anyone, that has had that happen to them and you're helping in a position to help and, empower other people, just know that I have had things like that happen to me over the years. And I know how to heal myself from it, but also in that case, it was important that I go to others to get support too. And but yeah, I feel the need because it has come up in some client sessions recently about things that have helped, that have not helped you rather, that have, well, things that will help you with that. Or it feels like they're talking about trauma because things like that can bring up PTSD when people try to break your spirit like that. But that's, of course, what it's meant to do. We're in a spiritual war more than any other type of war. Um, for now, anyway. Um, so yeah, oh, I didn't see me talking about that. But the thing is it's because so basically though, what I'm saying is I feel, yeah, I feel pretty good just now, and I'm in that high frequency, and so I am always going to have strong boundaries because I'm in that inner balance of masculine and feminine. But it's just, yeah, just be aware of that. That you know what I mean. It's like it's not easy to be out here in the public like that, and we can get even like people attacking us, and even from the inside. So be careful out there. Again, not everybody's like that, but yeah, it's they're saying it's safe to soften, I would say, and again, you just send prayers for anybody that's lashed out at people like that, because that's people that are hurting themselves, and I know that. And so anybody that's ever done that to me of late, more recently, or over the years, like, I do forgive people, but there's definitely some circumstances where you're like, it's not wise that we I think we need to part ways in this earth. Like, you stay there and I'll stay here kind of thing. But yeah, so I feel with me mentioning that must be about trauma. So hello Nathan, how are you doing? Oh yeah, clearing PTSD for sure, my own kind anyway. Yeah, I feel quite a lot of people that tune in here are Nathan, myself included. So, but that's there you go. I think that's the message. Because I did say that in quite a strong video today. Again, I've filmed that many, I forgot. But it's like, you need to remember that. Like people that are putting themselves out there to help people have got their own stuff too. Um, so yeah, the last cloak. Release old identities, magnificence realized. Ooh. So I feel around August because it's got an 8 on it, or it could be the 8th of April, which is only a few days away. I feel oh actually I know what that'll be. That will be because we're out of the Mercury retrograde, although we'll still be in the shadow. Because, yeah, the last day of Mercury retrograde is Sunday, and then the 8th is Tuesday. So, yeah, we'll be out. So, again, around Tuesday, it's not going to be uncommon that you might find like lost emails, or you might get texts or calls coming in, or you're like, oh, I didn't notice I had this letter for the post or something. You know what I mean? It's like that's typical kind of communication things that happen. But this card for me personally, but what I was going to say is the Lionsgate portal might be significant. Um, but what this card always reminds me of, it always reminds me of a divine masculine, male or female, like realizing their own worth and like dropping the old identities. So it might have been who you were at one point, but you're not that person now. And like you're like, oh, I am worthy and I am worth it and I can have what I want, whether it be in love or any other area. So love it. Right. And yeah, you've went through an initiation. Um, deep trust, deep healing, reconnection with all, and it's got the whale in it. So the whale always reminds me of elder wisdom, and it's quite funny because so do the elephants, and I spoke about that in the one that, well, it's in the post that I done last night, but also it came, oh, I think I was showing the cards. It came through again, the one for today or tomorrow. Because again, I think one of them at least, I know I say this all the time, but one of them at least might just have to stay in the membership for a bit because they're just so intense just now. Like anything that touches on any of my Scorpio placements, it's like, I don't know, Nathan, I mean, are you not feeling that with the Black Moon Lilith is conjunct your Chiron and it's conjunct my Pluto. So it's kind of like, quite intense. Um, like I'm grateful it's not intense for my own stuff. Like I'm not, I mean, but I'm humble. I'm not having any of my own stuff coming up like that. Like I feel I've at last kind of come through that bit. It's like it's other people's stuff. It's quite, it's deep stuff. It's always deep stuff, but it's the deepest of deep stuff. Deep, it's yeah, it's big. Not all different, not all the same stuff, different, but it's just wait. So basically, basically it's like that's why they just got me to say that. Whenever anyone has been treated badly or psychic attack, recent or even if it was ages ago, it's clearing a lot of trauma. You know what I mean? So different things are coming up in different sessions. But right, okay. So I've picked up the Healing Waters deck. Yeah, I'm feeling the energy clear. Yeah, I knew you would be. So just protect your energy, you know what I mean? I know I say it all the time, but really do protect your energy. And because again, like I said, that's why I was tuning in. Do I want to do this? But yeah, because it always picks my energy up a wee bit, and it's like, and I'm not going to get a takeaway tonight because I got one last night. I'm just like, this is like, I'm like, maybe I'm being sent money before the takeaways. Do you know what I mean? No, I think it's all the hard work and the high frequency. But we need to cut that out. Um, but yeah, so anyway, so give me a card for, let's do it this way, right? So this is to identify the divine feminines, male and female, that are in this space. Like, you know, so if you feel like this could be for you. And remember, this could be your past. More than likely, it feels like we're going past stuff tonight. Um, or it could be where you're at now. And for some of you, it will be future energies like a warning. So it's always the same. We're all in different timelines. And it can also be the masculine's feelings and receptive side. And also, we are going into a Cancer moon a couple hours from now. And then, so we'll be in that Saturday, Sunday. So, oh, wait a minute. Friday. Yeah, no, not Sunday. Like late tonight. For us in the UK, it's basically like, you know, it's like sometime before 11 or just after 11, before 11, I think. And then, so it's basically for in the UK, it's like late Thursday night, Friday, all of Saturday. And then we're in the Leo moon. Yeah, Leo moon's my favourite on Sunday, Monday. So actually, I think, yeah, all being well, as long as I am a good girl and in the sense that I rest my voice Saturday, Sunday, and maybe even tomorrow. I'll tune in. Depends how long I sit on here tonight. I might put, like I said, I've put that as a goal. I might pop up for a wee quick one, and it would be during the day anyway. If I do pop on for a live tomorrow, it would probably be anywhere between like 2 and 4, I would say. Yeah, because I would want to be off well in time for like kind of tea time-ish, like 5:30, 6-ish or something. And then yeah, I'm going to rest my voice Friday, Saturday, the rest of Friday because I always like to finish for Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and then I think I'll be good to go. Yeah, they obviously want me to do mediumship Monday live because I noticed that's got 14 likes, guys. That's like 100 around here. So thank you if you liked it, and it's got like more views than they usually get. Yeah, the mediumship Mondays get way more views than anything else. So I don't know who all the extra people are that are watching, but I hope you're enjoying the show. And and it'll be way more it'll be very animated on Monday because it's a Leo moon. So yeah, I'll make sure I rest for that. Right. Okay, so let's see, what have we got for divine feminines, masculine's feminine side? That one again. God, this one just keeps coming out. Clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right time and opportunity. So for some of you, when I read this, and we should all know it by heart, I've read it that many times. For some of you, you've got that clear vision that you've been striving to get or that you were wanting to get. You're not confused anymore. Um, and that's divine feminine, but masculine's feelings. But for some of you, I will have to watch on the replay, but I think I did pull it out reverse. Some of you still can't see what you need to see. So for divine feminine, that it kind of reminds me of like, you know, if you resonate with being very psychic or a high priestess, it's like you have a really strong sense and you might even get visions and stuff like that, but you might get so many visions, you get overwhelmed, you don't know what one's what and what's true and whatever. So you kind of have to let go and surrender to be like, right, well, I'll just find out when I'm meant to kind of thing. It feels like hello Renee, how are you doing? It feels like the impatience bubbling away there with the retrogrades, and especially because Mercury retrograde coming to an end, it's like there's, you know, it's in the air. There's something bubbling in the air. You've not got the clarity yet, but you feel it coming. So that's what I feel. And then same with the masculine though. For the masculines, it feels like the masculines on the verge, a lot of masculines on the verge of doing something or they already have. And it's like, and then you've got other ones that what am I trying to say? If you're in some kind of situation where you can't do something, you're still getting clarity though. Thank you, Renee. They did turn out good today. But it was funny when the plumbers, well, it was two plumbers, when they arrived, it was like, I mean, they're that busy, they didn't even notice, and I wouldn't give a fuck anyway. Like, I mean, have you heard when I said that time that it was an electrician was here once, and I'd forgot about I'm coming, and I woke up basically he woke me up, and I had, of course, I'd put fake tan on the night before. I was like, oh my God. So, do you know what I mean? And like, as well, when you've got like somebody coming to fix something too, do you know what I mean? I always make sure there's enough time to at least, go and brush my teeth and put my brow on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and there was none of that. I was like, this is not good. So I was just kind of I was like, let him in, and then like just something going. That was funny. Because like it's just I hate whenever the postie wakes me up and I've not washed my fake tan off. But yes, that was hilarious. Um, but anyway, it wasn't as bad as that because they were just quickly in and out to check whatever it was they needed to check. And but yeah, I had my sleep rollers in, but you couldn't really see because like I'd put them towards the back, so and it was fine. And then I just went back to sleep for a bit. Well, I tried to, um, but yeah. So actually, with me telling that wee story, you might have like because that was funny, like you might have like unexpected like visitors or something, or like somebody kind of just popping up. Again, but like I said, that was I'd forgot. But you know what I mean, just with the whole sort of like the shock element, like kind of something that takes you by surprise. Right, okay, so let's see, clear waters, 76, and then opened up at cleansing. How did everyone sleep? Oh, it's 444 your time. Oh, Nathan likes 444 too. That's my favourite. That's so weird, by the way. I've heard so many synchronicities with the number four. Very interesting. Like there was a video I was watching earlier, and it was somebody had mentioned something about four as well. I wasn't like a twin flame thing or anything, and it was just really standing out to me. And then I was like, oh, so I think it's more than likely. I feel it's got to do with tomorrow because tomorrow is the 4-4 portal. I'll put that in the title afterwards. But four is the heart chakra. I can't stop hiccuping now. So I just feel there's a lot of like really deep heart awakening going on at this time as well. Right, everything's coming together and supporting you right now. Potency is present, alignment has arrived. So again, I really do feel divine feminine, male and female. You've really come into this beautiful place of inner union alignment. And it's bringing about loads of opportunities. Now notice it's not always the union. Like it's for me, it's not the union. Like I'm not hiding them. You know what I mean? It's like it's although he has got quiet placements, I don't know if he's even aware of that, but at least because I know the day he's born, I don't know the rest of his chart, but I worked out that. But it's like, it's got fucking loud placements too, very moving on. So have I. See what I mean? It's my twin flame, because I can see the mirror. But it's like, yeah, it's for me, it's just more joy. It's being in that place of unity consciousness and high frequency. And I'm like, oh my God, why are all these PayPals coming in? Why now? Why is all this happening? It's because I worked hard. That's why. So I hope that happens to some of you too. Keep your frequency high and it'll happen. The waters before you are crystal clear, and what you're stepping into is the highest potency. See, highest frequency, highest potency. You know the way forward. There are clear seas ahead. Keep facing your true north and proceed onward. That's interesting. I forgot that I said that. I mentioned the North Node and Destiny so many times in one of those videos that's for over the next couple of days. So yeah, Destiny is aligning, and again, the stars are saying that too because we have Mercury conjunct Venus, like in the title, and Saturn in Pisces as well. Actually, yeah, Saturn Venus conjunction. Like that's coming up. I can't remember exactly what day, but it pretty much is now as well. And so that's remember that'll be why I just done that. That'll be why I just done that effect because remember I said like that's what me and my twin flames Saturn and Venus conjunct. And it's like I'm the boring Saturn one and he's the Venus and Scorpio. So it is serious. That's why it's so intense. But it's kind of like that's what we say. It's like that I need to lean into more of the playful energy, believe it or not, because I know I'm very playful here, but I'm quite serious. And then like, and he needs to adopt more of my kind of Saturn, but and And we'll just, I don't know, that's not my business. So the card comes with positivity, confirmation, and a lot of promise and potential. But these are long-lasting connections. And notice in my case, it's not like a literal, it's just that like that could be like a long-lasting friendship. But it is a long-lasting romantic thing too, but it can be in a different way. You're supported on your journey and everything's opening up for you. Keep your gaze ahead of you. Don't get distracted by others, what others are doing, and other things you could be doing. And I feel that's for the masculine in particular. That came through in one of the videos. Don't get distracted by the many people that want you to fail. Yeah, that's it. The North Node in Pisces. Oh wow. Oh, so I'm going to change the title. So the North Node is conjunct Mercury. So again, that is wow. Oh, I'm definitely changing. That is that's real destined communication there for many people. Um, good, bad, or ugly, or amazing. So again, let me know because it could be like I said, it could be people popping up from your past you don't want, like karmic energies and stuff. So be aware, distractions, yeah. You know what to do and have been working for this for a long time. Yeah, I feel this is more the masculine, feminine side. Like you've been working towards something. But you see how the feminines you've been working on yourself and the masculines now working towards you. Enjoy this moment, embrace the clarity and vision, and receive all that you've created and will continue to create for yourself and the world. And I feel in that sense, that means like you've got a lot to give. Ah, and see now how it links back to what I'd said about people that psychically attack me. I forgive you, but it's not wise because you're breaking my spirit. My twin flame will also feel that too. Just like when people attack him, I feel it. And by the way, it's really shit for me because I get physical aches and pains and everything. I'm like, what the fuck's happening to me? Do you know what I mean? And it's because somebody's like energetically doing something to him and I feel it in my physical body. You've actually seen that over the years. Like, there was once, remember my shoulder was like agony, like for a week or so. And right, so embrace the clarity and the vision. Wait a minute. Yeah, so that's what I mean. So basically, it's not wise to do that to people that are out here helping people. Um, we need more helpers and healers in the world. I embrace the clarity and potency of what's before me. I say yes and proceed ahead. Right, okay. So what have we got for the masculine and the feminine's masculine side? Your boundaries, your decision making, your protective energy, which is the same as boundaries, your action taken. I slept great, no mid-morning wake-ups. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, and I'm totally, because I haven't spoken on the video, I'm totally delighted that that you slept well that night. But how weird was it? I never get used to that. Like that happens all the time in client sessions. If there's physical pain, oh, my stomach just rumbled there. If there's like physical, I actually haven't had my tea, so my stomach is going to rumble a lot. I did consider, I thought, did what eat before? But I didn't. So I'm going to eat after. And I've got my iron brew there again. Well, I feel I've got a bit addicted to the iron brew again. So I'm going to need to cut that out. What was I going to say? Yeah. Well, they're pulling me to the sunflower today. But yeah, no, it's just it's still I'll never get used to it because it's different with every person. And what I was saying in the video I filmed earlier, it was quite funny because usually I would actually say to the person, I've got this back pain. I feel it's yours. But I didn't do that with you. It was like you had to say to me, I can see you're in pain and that's where it is. But it was like so it's probably, I think I was being, I don't usually do that, but I think I was kind of being more polite because it was the first time we'd met on the Zoom and I didn't want to, but yeah, so I'm glad you did say that because as soon as you said it, it went away. So, no, it wasn't as soon as you said it, was it? It just eased off, but it was weird. It's because when I acknowledge it, it's not mine, but it's funny, I need to locate it before it'll fuck off. So some days I've had a headache for like a whole day and it's not even mine. Shan times. Right, so. But it's kind of amazing because I haven't that back pain was just totally not there the next day. It's not here now, and I've been sitting filming and stuff. So, um, but right, okay, what have we got for the mask? The masculine doesn't have one to tell us. Oh, that card, the rainbow. Sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. Yeah, it does make sense, doesn't it? What's in the back? The wishing well, Oh my God, that's what I fucking said. Am I psychic or something? No, I won't get ahead of myself. It's God speaking through me. Look, unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. That's what like Venus conjunct Mercury can bring. It can literally, like I said, it can bring unexpected gifts, like physical things or gifts of communication. or like, more happiness, joy, or money coming to you. And kindness, karmic jewels. I feel the karmic jewel is like the lotus flower, like what you've went through has been challenging and painful for the feminine and the masculine between yourselves and whatever karmic, romantic, or friends or family or whatever else is, or clients or whatever else is around you. But it's made you who you are today and ready for this union, because that seems to be who I'm speaking to. Did I read that? I don't know if I read that when I was doing all the signs. I still haven't watched any of the signs. Hello, Charlotte. How are you doing? Um, Karmic Jewels. Yeah, I was hoping you'd come on. I was thinking about you today. You must have heard me. Where the fuck? What's it called? No, it's called the Wishing Well. Oh, and it's the last one. See, I do feel they're saying that. It's like the last, a lot of the masculines are at the last hurdle. 152, which is communication, I feel. 152. Or it's not yours. Same usual. It's said that in ancient times women would sing and whisper in the wells, but oh no, I did read this. Yeah. Oh, and that's kind of quite interesting though, because like I was saying to one of my clients that I think I was talking about that with both of you, that it's light code activations and light language that I do, but they don't usually make they've not usually made me home in on calling it light language like for the majority of the time. But it's they are more lately because it's like I've always activated light language in other people. But it can come through in any form in you, you know what I mean? It comes, yeah, and it's being activated in a lot of people just now, just with the energies. So it's coming up a lot. Like people are noticing it, and so yeah, you might notice that yourself. Because even like now, like I've noticed that like when I'm doing this. Well, look at how much I've been mad. So that's how they make me do it. It's like it looks like I'm just being really expressive, but like I just keep moving my hand to like, so I just let them do it. So yeah, it's talking about blessings and gifts, fulfilled wishes. Once it appears in a spread, it's a sign that things are happening. Remember, this is a masculine, and that the realization of your dreams is likely to occur. Of course, any creation requires embodiment and action. Yeah, it's the masculines. This is whenever the moment is to get ready to take action. So it's not a sign to stop moving towards your dreams in practical ways. Rather, it offers deep encouragement to keep going and to trust that all your groundwork you've already put in place is working. That matches really beautifully with other cards. It can also be a sign that helpful people are coming into your life to support you and creating your heart's deepest desires. So that could be a lot of the masculines that are getting support from healers, coaches, mentors, because obviously I am one of the healer, coaches, and mentors that helps masculine females and male. So, or it could be you're masculine, or you are the masculine, or you're the feminine. But like I said in the video I filmed earlier that you haven't seen yet, I don't tend to attract feminine. I help masculine energies accept and move into more of their feelings, whether you're male or female, or whether you're them. You know what I mean? But it would be nice to have some more divine feminines to, you know what I mean, just to change things up a little bit. Um, the sunflower. What? Where's the sunflower? I'm good, although a bit tapped out. Kids have been aggy today. Oh, yeah. It's the Mercury retrograde and the Venus retrograde combination. People are going to get a bit tetchy this week. Um, what about the sunflower? Did I say something about the sunflower? I'm like, I can't remember. Did I just say something about that? I receive all the gifts that life has to offer me, but there was a lot of sunflowers in the videos that I've just done because Renee, you won't know that, but you've probably seen me say it, that the sunflower is one of my really special signs. So that's why I thought it was quite, maybe, maybe I did. I must have, if you heard me say it, I did. That's what I mean. I just let it flow through. Did I read it out of this or did I just say it? No, you don't need to be sorry. I'm just kind of like, I can't even remember when I said it. But no, the sunflower has always been my sign for growing up through adversity to face the light. Oh yeah, I did tell you that. Yeah, I told you that in our personal session. So that's why I knew it was quite special when you showed up with that. Um, and there's so many people that sunflower is special to them. It's weird how we've all got very similar little. It's not weird, it's because we're soul family. But I receive all the gifts that life has to offer with an open heart and an open mind. I'm surrounded by kind, helpful people. Things are working out for me. I'm living in my heart's deepest, most daring prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and I've brought through a lot of messages where The ma Oh, I believe you. I don't not believe you, but that's maybe one of your people's fucking showing my mouth. Honestly, that's so weird. I'm gonna have to see where I said it. I do believe you, but don't know. I'm tired though, that's the thing. Right, so this is the actual card I pulled, but they're both relevant. Oh, see what I mean? My throat's kind of going because I was talking to you for ages, and then I was talking to somebody else for not quite. I was talking to somebody else for half the time, but it's my voice is like, give it a rest. The rainbow, 120. I'm hearing Skyfall again. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. When the sky falls and it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together at the skyfall. Now, I hope I'm sincerely praying, hope I am not predicting another um earthquake and not knowing where it is, because that's not helpful to people. Like, and I'm not joking, I know I'm saying that kind of funny, but I'm like praying. But I feel this is more in the sense, although it still could be that, because we are living it through these times, it just seems like it's every day somewhere. But and I'm praying if there is any thunderstorms or that or really crazy, you know what I mean? Like if there, I think there is quite a few bad storms going on again in America, isn't there? I feel it's in the sense of this is the end, hold your breath and count to 10. Like I feel it is about the masculines are closing the door at last on a lot of karmic cycles, or this is the moment it happens. That's what I feel it is, and it's nerves. Sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. There are countless myths from all corners of the world that feature rainbows. In most cases, the rainbow symbolises a bridge between heaven and earth, which is what I am when I'm doing this. And earth is a sign of good fortune, which I've spoken about too. Perhaps the most widely known story comes from the Irish folklore. Oh, there's another idea. Enough, by the way. I'm telling you, I'm definitely visiting that. Well, I know I'm gonna, because I was speaking about it with somebody that I want to go with quite soon, actually. But it's then somebody else was mentioning something about Ireland. It's really nuts. Have we got any Irish people? I love Irish people. Talk Irish people. It says that there's a pot of gold waiting at the end of the rainbow, guarded by a leprechaun. And look at what I was saying. Look at this is amazing. In North, there's my stomach again. It's funny because when I say it, I don't know why it isn't picking up my stomach because it doesn't seem to, but no, I wanted to. But in Norse mythology, Bifrost, the rainbow bridge, connects Earth with Asgard, home of the gods. Ancient Japanese folklore says that rainbows are bridges that the ancestors of humans took to descend to Earth. In the Old Testament book of Genesis, God sets a rainbow in the sky as a comforting symbol to humanity that will never destroy the earth with floods. God, that's a little bit awkward with what's been happening. But in this oracle, the rainbow is here to comfort and reassure that the future is full of hope. My favourite word. If you've been going through a challenging time lately, the rainbow is your sign that there are clearer skies ahead of you. Rest deeply in the knowledge that the rainbow brings with it a feeling of sweet relief and simpler future. There are new beginnings beckoning you forth. There's a clean and oh, I said clean. That reminds me of clean it up in that other deck that's sitting right there. But I meant to say there's a clear, clean and clear. There's a maybe it's a clean and clear slate. You can move forward. There's a clear and vibrant way forward, and the path is steady with opportunities for deep joy, safety, comfort, and peace. I'm ready to welcome the new beginnings that are waiting for me. And that's for the masculine. It's lovely. The rainbow. These don't show up. No, but I speak it. We speak in Irish again, yeah. Well, I don't know. I sometimes just do it joking, but I can't really, well, I don't know, something, nah, I can't really do it. I can't do an Irish accent. Maybe I could a little bit. No, that's pretty shit, isn't it? It's like a mixture of American Irish. Right. Oh, my eyeshadow is matching my top pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. You know, there's just those days where you're like, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself right now. You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that. But I just said out loud. It's the it's because wait a minute, let me think. It is Sun is conjunct my Venus. That's why. Astrology's real, guys. Right. Oh, for fuck's sake, what the hell? Why is it the court? But watch this. If I tell you I've got a night out or something at any point, I'll try to do this to my hair and it won't fucking happen. There we go, the rainbow. You can't even see it. These lovely cards, but they don't show up. Right, so where are we going to go now? Oh, because I said that about that, let's see if clean it up comes. So we're oh yeah, I was meant to be doing twin flame therapy. Oh yeah, so I got lost. I got lost in the sauce. So wait a minute, let me look at my spread. That's what I was going to do. That's not that. Where is it? Inner. Oh no, I put it in a folder. That was it. Sorry. Thanks for your patience. Right. So that was to identify if that's where you're at. So, and I would say that feels like I'm picking up on very strong union energy. Doesn't mean it's like this weekend or anything, but I mean it could be with astrology, but especially with the Mercury retrograde and everything, it just feels time. It does just feel time for a lot of people, but otherwise it can be further down the line for whenever, or it's not yours. Right, so give me like what was a past life issue? Where was somebody stuck in the South Node that's in the Divine Feminine Collective, like for all the people that resonate with that, or the masculine feminine side? Yang. Oh my God, that's so cool. Wow, that's so fucking cool that that just came out, right? So, yang in reverse, and that is masculine energy. But because it's in reverse, it's saying some of the divine feminine's male or female. So I'll break it down like I always do. Because I mean we're gonna dive deep because the moon in Gemini is in my eighth house for just another couple hours. So it's gonna be more like a Scorpio Plutonian vibe, especially because of the Lilith like conjunct my Pluto thing. This is like divine masculine. Sorry. Well, no, okay, we'll go with divine no, I'll do divine feminine first. This is divine feminine, male or female. This is where you were two in your masculine, and not only were some of you two in your masculine, you were even in a bit of the distorted masculine. So like workaholic, busy, 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 go, 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 always like distracting yourself with, and look at how much I've referred to like partying or nights out or something. Like maybe you just constantly like distracted yourself with the next night out. You were living for the weekend. I know, wait a minute. Although it's like not got my bank card numbers, I don't think it's a good idea, guys. I think we'll just do that. But yeah, it's that's basically the gist of it. You know what I mean? You were too busy. You know, you weren't open to your feminine energy. And if for those of you that are new or you need a reminder, that is what my therapy slash coaching package is all about, which I spoke about at the start as well, is I'm coaching you into your feminine energy. I know it, but like really, if I would be surprised if everyone doesn't fucking resonate with this. They're lying if they don't. My past self is resonating too. And sometimes I can still fall into it, you know what I mean? Most of the time not, but that's because basically you know when you've fallen into it, because that's when you burn out and then you fall back for quite a while. And because quite a lot of my audience, like me, have got ADHD, inattentive sloth mode like me, or I sorry if I offend anyone, but bouncing off the walls ADHD type as well. I'm more the sloth mode, but it's um and whatever other types of things you've got, which because I don't like calling any of these things disorders or disabilities or any of these disempowering words. They're superpowers, attention dialed in to a higher dimension. That's ADHD. And also, those of you with ADHD, if you actually specifically want me to help you with that in a session, know that that is something we can work on because I've done a lot of work. Hello, thank you very much, Connor, for that. That was very kind. And Connor, I've went all Irish, and you're not even Irish, you're Scottish, but I've went all Irish on you because you've got quite a Irish name there. Right, okay, so sorry. It's a terrible. Thank you for that. And I will pull you a wee card at some point, but that could be a long actually I'll stop to have a break and I will pull you because Connor, yeah, because you left. Connor, why the hell did you need to leave us at like I mean I'm just being nosy. I'm not a nosy person, but I'm gonna be nosy. Why did you need to leave us at midnight the other night? I was very sad. Where are you going? Were you just really tired? You had enough? Had I put you to sleep? Was I boring you? Anyway, moving on. So, um, yeah, the yang, yeah. So it's just basically, you were quite busy and stuff. Whether you're a man or a woman, you were just, in your. Because, oh yeah, so no, now they're telling me, right, so now I do need to break down the divine masculine, because that's, so that you get that. So if you're divine masculine, female or male, same thing. You were too busy, you were focused on other people, you were keeping yourself occupied, overworking, workaholic, all this kind of vibes. And it was all to distract you from focusing on your own pain, on your own feelings, on how you, and again, for a lot of masculines, that's actually for your own feelings about loads of things in your life, things you push down. But for a lot of people, that could be about your own divine feminine too, because the masculine runs at some point until they decide to not run. Um, Building blocks. And I feel like you had to focus on, just your everyday life, the building blocks of your own life to distract yourself. So, it's nobody can blame you for it. You answered at midnight, already past bedtime. Ah, right, okay. We'll forgive you then. I'll forgive you. Right. So I didn't have a lot of steam left towards the end anyway, but I'm sure your dad would have jumped in if he wanted to. So I hope he does. You're welcome. Come and visit us. I won't like, force it, but if I feel he'll come around, so. Um, or he'll come back Monday, because I'm going to do it on Monday. I'm going to do mediumship Monday on Monday, funnily enough. I'm planning to anyway. Right, so what about the masculine in the past? For their masculine, this gets confusing, doesn't it? What about the masculine, male and female in the past? Let's going to go with that feminine before I forget what I said. Here and now. So that's interesting. I feel what they're saying is the divine masculine was living in the past. So think about all the different things that can mean. The divine masculine was living in the past, like they're living in their past self of like maybe like you were stuck at a certain age. That's very common. That like yeah, you're stuck at a certain age in a comfort zone and you don't move past it, whether you're a man or a woman. I've been there. I've been there at that point in my life too. You'll notice anything I'm saying I've been into. Um, or or you were stuck in the past, like cut with karmic cycles with some romantic karmic people in a comfort zone, like codependent, friendships or lovers or not wanting to change. But because the here and now, because remember the past can be here and now. That sounded Irish. But it's like, um, because the past can be like wait, your childhood, or it can be past lives, or it can be like ages ago. It can also just be like yesterday or a couple hours ago. So I feel they're saying like this divine masculine collective, male or female, like you're living in the here and now, like you've caught up to the here and now. Um, to be oh no, that's really creepy. Am I channeling someone's Irish ancestor or something? I swear to God, right? Cross my heart, hope to die. I was actually, it's not a nice saying, but somebody just say it. I am telling the truth. I was about to say to be fair or something in an Irish accent. Look what's on the bottom, to be fair. I was either going to say to be sure, or to be fair. There was something like that. I heard it in my head. But yeah, the masculine and 38 could have been a significant age for going through a lot of transformations. I know it is for a lot of you, not everyone, or think back to when that was an age, or like, for some of you that's a while off, but whatever. 2112, again, that comes up a lot. Remember some of the videos were that. So I do feel 2012 and that whole the end of the world thing that went on there, which was the end of consciousness in one way to, to evolve in another way. It was a lot of people's big awakenings, myself included. Well, like one of them. Yeah, there's something about here. It's like, it's like I feel this debate, to be fair, it's like this masculine, like it's coming forward, like for all these masculines to be like, yeah, to be fair, that's true. I was stuck in the past, but I'm not now. I'm in the here and now. So, and that's good, that's important because, and that again, that is exactly the same broken down for the feminine, like you were one way. So, for instance, like you could have been really shy and not very confident and not say boo to a goose in your past, and now you're really confident, you can look people in the eye and do your thing. So don't let people drag you back to who you used to be. Yeah, that was my one that I just said there, but I bet you that'll be a lot of yours. Um, Message in a bottle, and then the mask, and look, what was I saying? Because it's not me. So it's not me. So I'm not going to give it the old I told you so. They said it through me. Message in a bottle. Mercury retrograde, conjunct Venus, romantical messages, maybe even apologies, maybe even yes, or it can just be like, hey, what's happening? Or I don't know. However your person's likely to do that. Come to the edge. Yeah, you see, look, come to the edge, but it's in reverse. Come to the edge, they said. We can't, I'm scared. Come to the edge. We can't. I can't do it yet. Come to the edge. And they pushed them and they flew. That's what I do for people. Because sometimes I've helped people and they flew higher and to great heights and bigger channels and bigger platforms and much than me. And that's fine. That's your path. That's not for me just now. It's going to be at some point and we'll just deal with that. But it's all about your energy. It's when you're ready for that to happen. Like those of you that have got big Leo placements, you're going to attract things like that. Or Aquarius. I was saying that to someone recently. Networking sort of things. Or Gemini, I can, it's we've all got it somewhere. But like with me, if a Scorpio rising, I prefer this more intimate circle where we've got a lot of monitoring spirits of mine, of yours, that like to spy on us. More mine, guys. I'm not going to lie, but yes, because like I said, because I merged, well, not merged, because I brought myself here. I was already here, but I wasn't on here as much, stop and starting, because I stopped from Facebook and Instagram and I came here. That's the shitty thing about it is some folk followed me. Sorry, not to everyone. Like, thank you if you followed me and you enjoy the content and you're wishing me well and you want me to do it and you're sending love to me and the soul family and prayers and protection because I feel it. But there are people that follow just to be nosy fucks, you know what I'm saying? And like, gel hairs and all that kind of jazz. So that's why I've got so much of that. So, it's my strong recommendation that I always say to people, just yeah, don't tell folk. They find you, they phone you. That I've even said that to you when I'm doing my other. Well, I started that channel like fucking ages ago in 2020 or so. I put two videos up, never put anything else on it. But I'm not telling people. If you find me, you find me. And I just don't. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm just kind of like I think I just want to put everything here because it's just a lot of hard work. But yeah, come to the edge. So I think when I'm channeling that, it all matters. I don't think I know that. It's like if it's in reverse. Some masculines are like, I can't. I'm scared. It's not right. Or it's I'm going to be rejected. Or like you're never going to forgive me. Or I can hear all these kind of mind chatter. But then it's like, then some of them are like, fuck it, come to the edge, And it's like, we all have that moment. And again, I remember that, like, like definitely like that. I was thinking that saying, um, like, well, it reminds me of a few people, but you know what I mean? It reminds me of a few people from my past, but it definitely reminds me of like my mediumship. Like, I like, remember the moments when people have been that for me, like, you can do it. Like, like I've said that before, but I remember when I was at a workshop, like a weekend thing with Gordon Smith, and like, um at the end of it, like there's only like five, I think it's like five people out, I don't know, like 40 or something. So it's quite like, five people that do it. And like he just really calmly looks at the person, like, and he won't force you, but he just looks and he just kind of was like clear, and oh fuck. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm quite shy at these things, you know what I mean? But like I'll always make like a best pal. And like me and them will be like best pals, and then like other people won't kind of like it's always the way. I always just make one or two best pals and everyone else fucking hates me because I'm good at what I do. You know what I mean? No wonder people hide. Fucking terrible world we live in. Anyway, there's great things in the world too, but that is true. But it was just at that. I remember I made really good friends with this lovely Glaswegian woman, and she was really good at getting like something like names or some dates or something, and I was really good at getting like names and dates and like I get like specifics because of my son in the House of Virgo, but. But anyway, I always think of that. Like that was a moment when it was like, yeah, just do it. And that was when the story when I always say that I swore it was quite funny. I asked, I was like, can I swear? And he was like, yeah, just do your thing. Nobody else was doing anything like that. Because I'm me and I'm going to own it my way. You know what I'm saying? And so thank you, Gordon, for letting me be me. And and because actually, I'm not going to go there, but it's kind of like, there'll be a lot of things I talk about that just won't resonate with him at all, but that's fine, you know what I mean? I still love him and I love the bit that he helped me with my membership. With my member, I meant to say my mediumship, but yeah, I do my mediumship and my membership. So, but then I've got other people in my path that have helped me with that too. Some that have fallen out with resonance, but it's still, you still thank people. And like I said, I'm happy to be able to help other people. Oh, that's lovely. That's kind of all the feels, isn't it? Right, okay, so Let's just get a wee message from the masculine. It's funny because I really maybe should have eaten something. It's like, and as I always say, when my stomach rumbles, it's about sexual energy, but it'll also be because I want to drink this. Okay, oh, that was it. So this might be now, if that now, Connor, see if I've not read what you've said yet, right? So I'm just gonna if Iron Brew does have some sort of really strong significance with your dad, or whoever else, it's like that would make sense to me, right? It doesn't matter if it doesn't, but I mean, it could just be they could just be having a laugh because we're both Scottish, right? And it's Iron Brew, but the reason why I feel it is, I'm strongly feeling it is something, is because this isn't one of the Iron Brews from the six pack that I bought. I drank all them. It's like I said, that's why I have months not having sugar, because when I'm wanting the sugar, I just want fucking everything. Um, and but thank God I'm really disciplined, and then I can pull myself back from it. But yeah, I got another like when I got because I did eventually get my breakfast. So did you see last night I ordered, well, yesterday afternoon before my client, I ordered, and an hour before I was meant to have her, I ordered a fry up, and it said 37 minutes for 3 hours. And then eventually at 7:30, I got a text saying, "Sorry, we've cancelled your order." Aye, I fucking noticed. I'm fucking starving. It was funny. It's really funny. Like the client I was working with is not a swearer naturally. She'll laugh if she watches this, right? But like I think even I got her swearing, and I always did get her swearing whenever we done work together because I'm like, what a fucking joke, do you know what I mean? But it's obviously a sign of clear. You're not going to lose any weight if you keep doing that. I'm like, fuck you, it was my last one. But so I made sure I had the last feast today. And I won't do it again, I don't think. Nah, I won't. I better not, because it's a waste of money too. It's not a waste, it was fucking good, but it's not good. Um, Tastes good, but it's not good to do that. And But it meant something. Yeah, it had when the text come in about it being cancelled, it actually had something to do with the client's message. It was another sign. So it's really funny. It never fails to be boring when I'm just at any point in my life. It's just funny. So I don't need to be around a lot of people. It's just funny whatever I'm doing on my own. But when I'm with people get to share it. It's hilarious. Yeah, but no, anyway, so I bought that with that. So it's like, you know what I mean? I'm wondering if that really is, oh my God. It is just so good, isn't it? Have you Americans and wherever else, Canadians and whoever else is lurking, have you had Iron Brew? Because like I said, I do love it, but it's not like it wouldn't always be my first choice, but I just got a sudden tasting for it. So that's why I'm like, I think that is somebody inspiring me. Might not be you, Connor. It could be one of the other lurking Scotsmen, but because there's a few. Um, like females and males, because they've spoken personal sessions. Um, or I just get visions of who it is. I just like to creep people out by saying that. It's true though. I know who's watching. I know who likes me. I know who doesn't like me. I know who it is. It's a mask we wear to disguise the pain. Absolutely, Renee. And we all have that somewhere. Still at my uncle's, his wee neighbour got taken to hospital today. I got here, he's okay, but we've been house sitting, always something. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. And are they like, are they older or did something happen to them? I mean, sorry, that's maybe a bit nosy. But yeah, well, prayers to the wee neighbour. My Irish ancestors. Ah. Oh, you've never tried it? Oh my God. Oh my God, Renee. Is there nowhere in America that you can get it? Because we've got in some of our shops like we've got like American Isles, eh? I mean I never seriously I can't even tell you the last time I went to do a food shop in the actual place because before all the pandemic stuff I used to hate it. Like I just get so overwhelmed. Like I would always be like when I needed to go I'd be like Mum, like please can I just go when you're going yours because like I just get really overwhelmed. And then when we went in all of that bullshit. It was even worse. So yeah, I just don't even put myself through it now. So if that makes anyone else feel better. But also, I live in the fourth floor, so just you know what I mean. I've done it a couple of times, and then we went into that, and I was like, "Fuck that delivery!" But I always feel really bad for the delivery. Sometimes some of them have been pretty fucking rude, like you know what I mean. Like I'll be like, "Oh hi," and cheery and that, and they'll like give me a dirty look, and I'm like, "Fuck's sake," you know what I mean? But most of the time they're very cheery, and they've even given signs, and um, "You're so beautiful" have come out from the masculine. I'll have to check Amazon. Aye, but they probably charge you a tenner for a can of Coke. It's, it's good, but I don't know if it's that good. Mind you, I would pay top dollar for Cheetos. I love Cheetos. Like, and not the shitty like, I mean, like, the ones that are like, the, I don't know what word to use for this, but like, the knobbly ones, I think, I don't know, I'm saying, like, the real Cheetos. Like, not the one that are like, what's this? They're not real Cheetos. I love them. When my best friend lived in England and she lived in Germany, she lived in Italy, she lived in LA, but I always say like, I was too busy partying here and thought like it was amazing and didn't want to miss anything. Probably didn't want to miss a spontaneous serendipitous meeting with my twin flame if you come to think it. But it's like yeah, I never went to visit her. I think she was she there 2 years or a year? But also to be fair, I feel I was being protected from all the holy weird dark energy there. But it would have been quite good to see it, but anyway. Um but um I'm sorry if you live there. I hope you enjoy it, but you know what I'm saying. There is a lot of dark energy there. I've got friends that still live there, or near there. What was I going to say with that? Yeah, but anyway, there was because her husband's in the American Air Base. Like, oh my God, I would go to town at the shops because like they have like amazing like in America you have like amazing card aisles like gift cards. And I just like my best friend would laugh at me because I would just like buy all these random cards, like just like, oh, I'll just get that for like, 6 months away. And yeah, I love the cards like that. But it's like Blue Mountain cards, I love them. Like you can get them here too, but I always used to stock up and I stocked up on Cheetos. Love them. Absolutely love them. Um Cheetos are the best, the crunchy ones, yeah, those ones, yeah, love it. I'm moving there. Where are you moving to? I want to go to LA, but we ended up going to San Francisco. So, oh, lovely. Yeah, I think that's where is that the one with like the really steep hills and that, like the roads. Like, is that? I always wonder, is that what? Nah, I don't know. Is San Francisco where they're meant to be in Mrs. Doubtfire? Like those kind of streets, even if that isn't set in San Francisco. I'm sure my sister visited like a distant relative or something there once years ago, and it did look nice. In fact. I'm sure maybe she did go to LA too, because I'm sure she did visit some type of maybe I'm making that up. Yeah. Um Scotland or just out of US maybe. Ah, right. Ah, nice. Yes, well you need to let me know if you do that. Right, so what else does a Mashlin want to say? Please be patient a little longer. Sorry, that one always like I'm always dying to say something wide to that. But yes, but it does fit. It does fit, doesn't it? Please be patient a little while longer. So for some of you, for some lucky chosen ones, but remember, there's no such thing as luck. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity, and that's really weird because I said the word lucky twice in the video that I filmed for today or for tomorrow. Bear in mind, one of them might not see public, but I always think that and I watch it and I just think fuck it. But yeah, I said there might be something significant about the film The Lucky One with Zac Efron because in that he's guided to her and he's not there's this whole thing where like what the fuck's going on, it's a big mystery and you're like what the hell's going on, what the hell's going on, like what's the big fucking deal here. And what it is, spoiler alert, look away now if you don't want to know, it's that he finds a photo of her brother that died at war. And is it that he just feels that the photo is guiding him to the picture of the woman who's his sister? Something fucking random like that, right? But it's like kind of like the analogy of like an angel guiding you to your true love because they get on, they fall in love. Um, but she's got a narcissistic ex that is a policeman, so he's corrupt, obviously, and like well, not obviously he's corrupt, and he's like trying to. So all this could be relevant, and he's trying to well, he's jealous and he's narcissistic and he's trying to stop it. So all of that, I didn't say all that in the other video, but that could have something to do with it. Like he just doesn't want her to move on. So he just creates all these roadblocks. And it's actually really quite sad what happens if you've seen it. But yeah, just when I keep saying lucky, because I just don't believe in luck. I think people don't get lucky. You've prepared for it. You've put the hard work in. It's like I don't. There's no such thing as overnight success. People have put the work in. So I feel that but why I said lucky is I feel some of you could be chosen ones that this could be pretty soon, and it could be to do with a retrograde. And when we come out the Mercury retrograde, maybe even as soon as before we're out the shadow, things could happen. So please be patient a little while longer. And it could, fuck, with all that bullshit that I've just brought through, what the hell was that noise? What the fuck was, did you hear that? What the fuck was that? That was so weird. I can't even describe what that sounded like. It was like, it must have been, the window is open, but you never know around here. It's like, I was like, whatever. Um, right, so, especially in all this Pisces, very mystical, thin veil kind of thing. Um, yeah, there could be, oh God, I don't want to use those heavy decks again. I just think there's probably something in all of that because I didn't say that in another video, but however that fits. I cried over you. Everything I do it for a future. Hmm. Well, interesting the way all I want to do is talk to you. Yeah, I'd say with that kind of combination, like there is something holding this person back that's like, you know, I'm battling addictions. Well, that could have been the answer for some people, and that could be codependency, that could be an addiction to anything. And I did talk about me being addicted to the iron brew, although that's not such a bad one, is it? But and I'm not addicted to the iron brew. I just get a wee taste for it. I'm not addicted to iron brew, damn it, okay? Yeah, all I want to do is talk to you. So God, that might actually, this could be things to do with rehab and stuff too. Everything I do for a future. So however that all fits. I've not got my cards are over there. Can't be bothered getting them, but I'll get what give me something for the feminine to the masculine. Yes, Mrs. Doubtfire House. I got a photo of an impromptu tour. All right, maybe that's why I said that then. Love it. Oh, and also, right, because it led me to talk about Mrs. Doubtfire, there could be I'm picking up on a divorce again, but that is definitely I'm picking up on that and also someone confirmed that was their past that I read. Um, In fact, actually, one of you had said that to me too, that, but hopefully not fucking all of it, because they were pretty heavy. Like, so you don't need to tell us what bits, but fucking hell. I thought you were hearing my children through the ceiling. They dropped something, as you said. What was? Oh no, Charlotte. I know they said the veil was thin. That's really well. I mean, it did sound like I don't know how to describe it. It just sounded like a don't want to say a squeak but it was like yeah, it was like something metal or something, but it was like, I don't know. Again, you never know. I tap in that much to your energy, maybe. Weird. We'll never know. I just watched the Shamanic Journeys for Addictions and Codependency 2 nights ago, so oh nice. I'd fallen and hit his head a few oh no, I'd fallen and hit his head a few times recently. He's pretty old and he spent a lot of time in prison. Loves his vodka. Loves his vodka iron brew. Of course he does. When I'm drinking iron brew. Oh no, that makes me so sad. It's like when I used to live in a flat, like one of my old flats. That was a party flat. It was a fucking shithole. It was a fucking shithole. I don't know how I even fucking honestly. I lived there for was it 3 years or that's actually where a lot of the bubble love with my twin flame took place. It was a shithole. But like it was the tiniest room in the world. Don't even get me started on the bed. We're not going there. That was yeah. That was a problem. But the because I just the room was always a mess. Um, but yeah, I always used to see old people falling from my window, and it was just pretty horrible in winter. You know what I mean? That's just, yeah, that breaks my heart. Um, so yes, I hope that man gets better. And he's allowed to have his, like, he's allowed to have his vodka and brews, you know what I mean? I'm sure he's earned it, but we'll pray that hopefully he's away from having access to this stuff this weekend, Connor, because this is not, that's all jokes aside, because I know I'm saying it in a bit of a funny way, because that's about, like, the way I'm saying it, like, this is really bad energy for addictions, like any kind of alcohol, drugs, this is like, so yeah, let's all put good thoughts and prayers out for people that have addictions, because it's, yeah, with all that Pisces, people could definitely drown in their in that. And actually, it did. The card came out of one of those decks that said cope, and it's got a whiskey on it or something. So true love, or it's this with all that Pisces. True love. True love, a deep and oh yeah, and this is the divine feminine. Of course, we're studying in true love, a deep and enduring connection going beyond superficial attraction, and that was when I first started this, and I mentioned Venus Saturn conjunctions with twin flames, which are rare. I know I've got that with mine, and I've seen it with somebody else's, and I can't remember seeing it with anyone else's. But again, I've not looked at I've looked at enough, but I've not looked at loads of. That's one of the things I want to focus more on, is looking at more twin flame synastry charts if you want to do that. Again, I've not changed that up on the schedule yet, but I'm definitely going to be putting that there. It's something that you can always get, but yeah, divine feminines feeling the love for their masculine and feeling the passion, feeling the love and the passion. That's Aries season. Keep the flame of passion alive. It's the heartbeat of love. And relax. Yeah, be in your feminine energy. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. So, if you're not together physically with your twin flame, just enjoy being yourself and connecting with them through your dreams, which will be very strong right now. I know they have been for me actually. I wondered when they were going to get me to say this. So, I was going to write, I actually wrote it when I woke up and I wrote that wee thing. I thought, no, I'm not writing it because I'll be better saying it. But I don't, I'm just trying to remember. I made a voice note, but I think I can remember enough of it because it was not that juicy. All it was in my dream, like it was like there was all this other shit going on, but it was like in a part of the dream, it was like my twin flame was actually there. And I've said before, it's quite like when he's actually in my dream, I'm like, oh my God, because over all the time I've known him, he always appears in my dreams, but there's always and this is before I knew we were twin flames, that happened too. There's always some kind of problem. Like there was always like he was with someone else and I couldn't get to him, or someone was like trying to take me away, or I couldn't see his face, it's all this weird, very symbolic stuff. But like, so whenever he is in it, I'm kind of like, oh, like, you know what I mean? And it doesn't happen all the bit. When it happens, it's quite intense, but it wasn't when it was like, it is quite funny how it came through. It was like, they showed me like I was just like in this, it was like he was here, but he was like looking out the window. And then I didn't even see his face, and then he left, right? And I was like, what was, but I remember in the dream, it was because I was starting to ask him questions and he left. So that's a message for all of us. That it was like, like I just find it really funny. It was almost like I wonder if it was like his soul coming to me in the dream time. So wouldn't this be funny if someone is watching this? But it's kind of like, and like, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like I wasn't interrogating, but in the dream it was just kind of like I asked something, and then it was like I don't know. I don't even think he said anything, and he was just gone. And then it was funny because there's an oracle card. It's over there, but there's an oracle card that's fallen off the table or the floor, and it's a wee mouse. So it's almost like a wee mouse, like running away, like And that's funny because I did say squeak, like I heard it. Fucking better not be a real mouse, but if it was, that would be like a sign. But no, I've not. God, touch it. Like I've lived here a long time, and I've seen that once when it was very cold weather because these are old flats, and I don't bother about shit like that anyway. You know what I mean? But but don't bring a party, guys. Now that you heard me say that. Um. But yeah, so think about what that would mean to you. Like you could actually be that person, male or female, that is wanting to come closer but then running away or something like, or that's your person, but your person dressing up, an opportunity to dress up and party, fun times ahead. Well, there you go. I was talking about stuff like that. Um, right. What are we on now? But yes, pay attention to your dreams because there's quite a lot coming through just now. Um, What karmic lessons are we learning and needing to be released? Oh, I really want that other. I can't be bothered moving. I want another deck for that, but let's use these. Oh no. Oh well. Yeah, I was going to use them at the end. I'll just use them now. I'll trust them. So, what's like a rather than a karmic lesson? Let's just see what comes out. Karmic lesson, shadow work, or something to help win our union, and let's just see what the card sort of answers for the feminines that resonate and the masculine feminine side. Love. It's love again. Feminine's got true love and they've got love. Let's see what it says. 54. So, close your eyes and feel the pure raw energy of this creative life force. Is there any other word in our language that has so many meanings, been so overused and misused? We long for it, we agonise over its absence, and what does love really mean? To some people, love is about fidelity and loyalty. To some, it's about getting married. To some, it's about sharing, and to others, it's about obligation and what you owe to people who you love. We use the word and conjure up the idea frequently, yet we see shallow expressions of love everywhere around us in the media and entertainment. Oh, you have drawn this card today because your angels and guides would like you to think about what love really is for you. It's very important for you to make time to contemplate love and how you can create more of it in your life. Okay, so they're asking us to close our eyes, guys. Okay, so you don't need to, but it's asking us to. So close your eyes and get into the feeling of love, the pure, raw energy of this creative force. This may seem a little abstract at first, but as you allow yourself to feel its presence and merge with its vibration, you'll begin to realize something amazing. And before I carry on, I'm just going to do my own wee bit. I want to imagine a tornado mist of sage above your head, and it whirls at the top of your head, going all the way down over all your chakras really quickly, down the bottom of your feet, disconnecting from the old earth of fear, lack, negativity, because we really need to do that in these times, and letting go of the pain and the karma of it, and keeping the lessons because it makes you who you are. But remember what I said, if you want to release the old identity, you can do that. Don't let people drag you back to the past if you don't want to be that person. That's important because that came through one of the cards. So now we connect to the new earth of peace, calm, disconnect it. Peace, calm, this, look, that's Mercury retrograde fucking it up. So that never do that. That always matters. That's like somebody's karmic person pulling them back, pulling them back, pulling them back, confusing them. So clear that energy. Whoever and all the people that's happening to. Right. Disconnect from the old earth of fear, lack, negativity. Connect to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine, feminine, strong boundaries, strong loving yourself or on the way to loving yourself, just wherever you're at, paying attention to your energy. And those of you that are in a strong inner union and close to a physical union, letting go of expectations and it, but you will know, right? They're saying whoever this is for, you'll have there'll be real strong. It's not so much signs. It's they're telling me something about that's really cheesy, but I'm hearing that your heart's going to race and something's going to happen right after it. So that's so don't all think if your heart's racing something's going to happen, but that's what they're telling me. Right, okay, so now pull up from the new earth whatever you feel you need. And I'm just going to generally ask for some peace and calm for whatever we need, and then I'll continue this. So I really do feel that I'm going to pull a Mary Magdalene card too. I feel this is them passing on some kind of Mary Magdalene light code activation while I'm doing this. So, love is not confined to the human relationships or interactions between living beings. It's his fundamental force that animates and guides the entire universe. Love is in the air, we breathe the water we drink, and this earth we walk upon. Love is quite literally all around and within you. If you would like to attract a loving relationship or improve your existing partnership, you can make a beautiful beginning by going to the source of love first, which is why I'm saying that about Mary Magdalene, because it's unconditional love. You need never be short of love. Tapping into the endless flow of love that infuses every atom within and around you will provide nourishment for your soul and inspiration for your life. And because I did actually speak to somebody over the emails that wasn't feeling very well, I did actually do like a 30, 40 minute healing video for things to do with sinus and sinus stuff and cold and throats and, that kind of throats, that kind of area. It was quite interesting. It was all about expressing yourself. So I haven't watched it back yet, but um so there's that. She was inspiration for that, but it's basically for anyone that feels like that. And because the messages will be important too. But I'm just if she listens to this at some point too, she is now, she might not be wanting to talk, she's not feeling well, or on the replay, we're just calling in that unconditional love healing to heal whoever might be feeling, low spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, or financially, like calling in that divine inheritance. Like you are worthy of more money in your life, more happiness, more joy, more love, for attracting like soul family, protective soul family, because like you've been seeing me say, I say all the time, but I've been saying it more, it's like I am really grateful because I feel the people that do genuinely do have my back and protect me amongst the haters. So I do appreciate and love you too. Um, when you make time to contemplate love, feel the kind of love you desire and connect with universal love, you'll be guided every step of the way by the greatest force ever created. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when you get to 2, you're going to think about it in your eyes. When you get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. I just like to bring us out when I get us to close our eyes like that. So, might begin you. Close them again after I pull this card. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Think about it, open your eyes. 1, opening your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. Right, let's see what the masculine gets. But that was for the masculine feminine side too. I think this is all to do with tomorrow's 4-4 portal. Guess what card divine masculine's got? They've got the divine feminine. Oh, I'm singing after like I'm not even going to question it. It's my Lemurian energy that does that. It's just funny because it's like, but yeah. So the divine masculine is in there. Oh, we've got a little booby poking out there. There is. I don't know why they've done that. One nipple has got a leaf on it, and the other one's just right out there for everyone to see. So I'm just going to have to put my fingers like that. So, so oh, this is really interesting. I've never ever got this with this card before, right? But there's a parrot on the divine feminine shoulder. There's gossips around the divine masculine about the divine feminine because there's a parrot. But what they're saying, it fits with all the cards. Like, the divine masculines I'm picking up on are very in the feels, very in love, very emotional, very in their own divine feminine, or you are, men and women out there, in masculine energy. Um, but yeah, you're balancing your feminine, your feelings, your emotion. And I know that because I know, like, not naming any names, but quite a few of you, male and female, have let me know over the, average over the past 6 months, really definitely over the past sort of 3 months. I've noticed people just said there was one day two of you sent an email that was really similar. Like it was a male and then a female. And like just about, yeah, just having outbursts of wanting to cry in public. But actually like it was welcome because it was like your feelings really coming online, like, in a big way where you maybe weren't that in touch with your heart space in that way. Through trauma, like I said, we close down to our feelings to protect ourselves. Like, when something bad happens to you, you disassociate. But the problem is when you disassociate from a bad memory, which is there's nothing wrong with that. You do that to protect yourself. We all do it somewhere in life. But that's the work that I do, you see, when you have the courage to face it, which is your decision, you've got to be ready for that. Um, that's the stuff that I can clear in a session. And if any of you have ever had that, well, quite a lot of you have had that on this. When I do that big one like that, you'll be like, what the fuck even happened? And some people are like, oh, I wasn't even hypnotized. Oh, you were, my friend. I can tell you were. Um, and it's kind of like, it can clear quite a lot, but that's the fact it's quite overwhelming if you were so disassociated from that soul part and you bring it back, you have to be really kind to yourself. That's soul retrieval, to bring it back. Um, but yeah, so basically that it's quite heavy. Like, it's like some of you are really, you might find that you're like overly emotional or like having like really strong feelings of love for your current partner, because I know some of you actually are with your twin. Um, or just if you're not with them, just being like, oh God, is this what they've felt for me and I didn't get it and now I do, like, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. So it's a good thing, but you've got to integrate it, and ground it in. So yeah, the divine feminine. So let's see what it says. And just for the divine feminine's masculine side, it's just saying like you're really not guided to do too much to be in your masculine because the masculines are coming forward. You know what I mean? If you're keeping up with this, because I know it can be like, imagine somebody caught that. That's why I'm saying, like, the jury's out whether you would have to be. Oh, when I say that saying, I always think there is legal things because I did sort of, yeah. But yeah, the jury's out whether it's like good that somebody would sit and watch all of this if you're not a twin flame because it's interesting, just to kind of tune in because you can still get bits of it that's going to be helpful to you. And you're just the healing and just the company, you know what I mean? Like it's nice. It's nice when there's a few more people on it. And you are welcome. If you're not a twin flame, you're welcome. As long as you're not bringing shitty energy and all that, you know what I mean? And you can bring shitty energy like if you're feeling sad at that, that's fine. We'll transmute it. But don't like, start being a dick or anything in the chat, like, because there's a nice vibe around here. But we can all have an off day, but you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I always think, generally speaking, if you were like a total hater, it's pretty sad to sit through like hours of like watching someone talk about twin flames when you're not, you know what I mean? To hate it, it's just like, anyway. Right, so divine feminine. But it's basically saying, yeah, divine feminine, and there's the divine masculine though. Um, When harnessed in a healthy way, the divine masculine creates structure for the benefit of all he touches. And he throws about with a tiger and an eagle in this card. And he's not got a lot of clothes on either. But at least he's no. Anyway, what have I put you all to sleep? You haven't said anything in about 15 minutes, for fuck's sake. Is there something wrong with this? Does my mic work? Right, so number 11. Oh, 11, 11. Oh, no, it's not. It's 10 to 10. I was going to say, it's only 11. No, probably will still be sitting here that time. So, the divine feminine is the fundamental form of abundance. Ah, and there's me going on about abundance. The divine feminine is returning to us all once more. Ah, and that's, you see, and that's what I was meaning by the Mary Magdalene codes are coming in very, very strong. Whatever this energy is, it's unity consciousness. I feel it's got a lot to do with, edging towards Easter. Um, but yeah, Divine Feminine is returning to us all once more after. Oh yeah, shit! Wait a minute. Oh my God, that's fascinating when that happens. I'm sure that is what. Because right, basically in a session yesterday, I mentioned something similar to what I've said, and then I noticed today that the shorts that I done for today was that's what I titled it, but I hadn't watched the shorts until after her session. So it's just nuts when that happens. Where's the one for today? Yeah, it must be. Mary Magdalene codes activating light language, gift, divine masculine, dark night, solar coming out of it or elevating. Yeah, because you're all different. But yeah, that is. That's for today. See if they just trick me into doing stuff. That's crazy. Because everything I do is that. Hello, Mary Poppins. Oh, you're the Irish person. You're the Irish Mary Poppins. I was just this is a late like I'm oh my God, how slow were we all guys? So welcome, Mary. But I was just saying, like, oh, we were going on about Ireland and stuff, and like, you know what I mean? And it's you. It's you. We were calling in you. Welcome. Um, so you can see that from the start. But yes, how are you doing? Um, so and also I'm wearing green too. I know that might be reaching about a bit, but like it was because I was like, I wore green the other day. They're like, no, wear green again because it's a heart chakra too. But um, right, so the divine feminine is returning to us all once more after thousands of years of dominance by the distorted masculine. OMG. Wow, that's what came through the cards that weren't even these cards. The first card was Yang in reverse. But you see how it was the divine feminine card, but the divine masculine feelings? Because it's in all of us. We've all got feminine and masculine energy, even people that aren't twin flames. It's just the people that are twin flames need to take on board what I'm saying in a stronger way because you mirror each other, whether you fucking like it or not. Like, you know what I mean? You can run, but you'll keep being fucking pulled back until you spring right back and you bump into the person. Because look, That was sore. Because quite literally, I'm not even kidding, that did used to happen with me and mine when we were younger. It doesn't matter what club we both went, we'd always end up, and it's like we didn't plan that. It's like it was divinely orchestrated because it was like, yeah, we need to keep putting these two together so that they get it. Um, right, so um she's characterized by qualities such as a nurturing behavior, patience, caring, acceptance, trust, going with the flow, harmony with natural cycles, sharing, communal cooperation, healing, a connection to nurture, and a more circular, organic way of getting things done. Yeah, getting shit done, but taking your time, you know what I mean? Intuition, especially decision to use and trust it more, is also extremely important in the feminine realm of feminine approach to life. These qualities are not always highly valued in our society, and whether you're male or female, you may have been brought up to learning to discard or distrust them. Oh my God, I spoke about that in the video earlier too. I channeled something about, the masculine, like males in particular. So, it doesn't matter, just if you're male, like, but feminists, like, just like if you were told that you're too sensitive and then you've taken that on as like, all right, it's, I'm not meant to share that side of me. I feel that's sort of been healed, or you need to go to a healer like me or anyone that specializes in that. Um, the feminine way of being patient or caring is not just about giving all the time and finishing up exhausted yourself. Exactly. It's about having strong, tight boundaries, and your boundaries need to be so tight that other people should be a bit taken aback. Even your own masculine, until they're like, ah, they were actually trying to help me. And now I kind of feel like I want to do that to people around me. But first I'll be like, fuck you, why are you triggering me? You know what I mean? Come on, let's face it, that's the truth. Because again, you feel it the other way. You're like that, but they're like, what the fuck is your problem? Why are they hating on me so much? You know what I mean? Like, that's the real twin flame journey. And then you're like, oh my God, I fucking love them, and I don't know why I fucking love them so much. Right, so um the feminine way of being patient and caring is not just about giving all the time and finishing up exhausted yourself. It's about having faith in the fact that the universe can and will guide you if you allow it. The divine feminine is the vital force from which all other life emerges, and it works towards a win-win outcome in every situation for the good of all involved. All things creative, sensual and nurturing belong in the feminine realm, so indulge with awareness as a way of expressing your delight. Make a commitment to listen to, trust, and act upon your intuition more today and every day. They're strong cards. Whatever ones I'm pulling are saying that masculine, you need to trust your intuition, trust the plan, take action before it makes sense. For those of you that applies, like, because you're all in different situations. You have drawn this card today because your heart and intuition are calling out to you, urging you to trust your feminine energy more and more. That means trust your feminine energy within you, because whoever your true divine feminine is, provided you've identified the right one, that is within you, and you can harness that within you, your intuition, and you're following your feelings and going with the flow, and it doesn't always need to make sense, like logical, analytical, but that's also trusting your own physical feminine out there more and more. Like you've healed whatever trauma was like stopping you from seeing your person, clearly, crystal clearly. Um, Take a few minutes to complete the exercise below. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's this? Reintegrating your divine feminine and then take steps to acknowledge this power within you. Sorry, that never fails to amaze me, right? Because they could have just inspired me to channel my own one, because I could just channel, I'll just let them channel that energy through. But that's clearly why when I filmed that on what, Monday, Tuesday? Like when I said about activating the Mary Magdalene codes, that's what we're about to do now. We've been doing it in this, but this is like, I'm clearly going to read this and then put my own wee spin on it. How interesting it's meant to be, guys. Wait a minute, I might use that as a thumbnail. Wait a minute, let's actually pull a Mary Magdalene card too. Um, I'm ding dong. What's your excuse? What does that mean? Funny, I was watching a movie, put it on hold, checked in, and here you are. Yeah, I think we were calling you in because we were all. I was like, I was like, are there any Irish people watching me? And I didn't even think that. Yeah, because that was only. Well, that was only Monday, wasn't it? Although you just spoke then, we'll have been connected for lifetimes. Right. Okay. So. What have we got for Mary Magdalene to go with this? Really just for the thumbnail, but I'm only joking. It's for the message too. What have we got? Make it a good one for the thumbnail. Is it going to be the true love cannot hide? I don't know if it will be because I don't know if it's in the deck. Or the portal, because I pulled that one out for the 4/4 portal. I pulled that earlier. Oh, it's one step better. It's Jesus. And when you piece both cards together, and I've said this in the, no, maybe it was in the video earlier, the lady and the unicorn hidden in plain sight. So look, Divine Feminine, aka just say that's Mary Magdalene energy. Oh, gotta cover the nipple. And Jesus, Mary Magdalene and Jesus. And so it's the fact that I was saying it, and as always, the cards have backed me up. So that's why I will always stand by that. That's why I like the cards, you know what I mean? I can do it without the cards, but why would I? It's fun. Wait a minute. I'm glad to have sent the shivers through. Well, it's not me, it's the Holy Spirit through me, but um come on guys, get out the way. Wait a minute. Can't really see the Divine Feminine one. Right, okay. So we'll read that before we, but yes, that is basically the masculine having a come to Jesus moment. Oh, now it's too far away. Fuck's sake, oh, that'll have to do. Um, and just, yeah, stepping into more of that, like I said, unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, and there he is, though, there he is. Um, like, I have been born again. This is your divine masculine, especially if they're male, but this can be for the females too. I have been delivered from whatever darkness I was in. I'm not the same as before. Will you hear me out, divine feminine? And they're like, well, I don't know. Yeah, okay, I suppose. Right, so let's read. Um, that's the one I mean. True love cannot hide. That's the one about the jealousy. Because my finger just went down, I'm just going to ask. I'm just going to read it. This is the power of, wait a minute. This is the power of love. It can inspire, restore, heal, and lift your vibration to the highest levels of existence. I know why. What they're really stressing is if you go back and watch this from the start, at the start, I didn't know I was going to say all that because I never know. Well, sometimes I've got an idea, but I didn't know that was all going to come out. But it's because of the moon and Gemini in my eighth house. At the very oh, that's what it is. Wow. The moon is conjunct my Vesta, the sacred flame guiding the twin flames. That's and my North Node is in the, you know what I mean? It's like I'm meant to be giving this message right now to the twin flames. It's just a shame this channel is tiny, so not all of them are going to get it, but they'll get it. Some of them will get it at some point. Because this is timeless, you know what I mean? But when I was saying it's not wise for those people that literally target divine feminines that are healing themselves, healing their union, you know, sending energy healing to their masculine, and also helping to empower a whole load of people. Can you imagine the karma that's going to come back on people when you stop someone from doing that? It's not going to be pretty. And it doesn't come from the divine feminines, because all the true divine feminines, we're sitting in unconditional love. We're not fucking perfect. Like, I'm far from perfect. You can just come and fucking remote view my living room, and I'm sure some of the fucking weirdos do, but it's like, you can't, I'll block it out. But it's kind of like, you know, I'm not perfect. I've got my own shit, but I do, like I said, people attack me all the time, and I don't wish any harm on them. I can always see the pain that someone's in. But there are exceptions to the rule where some people are they're dabbling in dark witchcraft and they're like actual, you know, doing root work on people and trying to stop people's abundance and jealous and all that. And they're just, you know, it's not that they can never come back from that, but you know, you just stay away from people that are doing stuff like that. Set your boundaries. But yeah, this is what I feel. That's why this message is coming through. Because like, look, he's protecting on that card as well. That's why you're hidden in plain sight for a reading. Because that reason that was the other card. So this is a bit. Mary, Magdalene, and Jeshua would have been absolutely illuminated in this state of love. Their alliance may have caused jealousies among some apostles, as they could not share their bliss or know how to create it for themselves. So the message is don't be gel haters of people in union because you've not got it yet. Like, you know, get in with the people that like, how did you do that? Learn from them, listen to them, book sessions with them, you know what I mean? The real one. It's like Um, and that doesn't always need to mean money because there'll be people out there doing it. You know what I mean? I'm doing it. I'm doing it without being in union. It's kind of like find something, if not someone, to love and cherish. A pet, a person, a guardian, exotic aromas, or vibrant colours. Find paintings, music, whatever will raise your frequency to a strong place where negative energy cannot dwell. Boom! Boom brought the mic. I fucking love it. But that's we need to read Jesus now because that's where I feel. Look, unconditional love, move beyond fear. That I know they're saying that because I feel like that. I feel like, oh, I know there's gossip about me and I know there's this and that and whatever, and stuff that is going to come my way that I won't like as well as stuff I will like. But it's just kind of like when you're in this energy, you're like, when you're a Sag moon anyway, I always just observe it from a higher perspective, and I'm like, well, I signed up for this. Like, the good, the bad, the ugly, the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The amazing bits, just, just, just go with the flow. You know what I mean? So there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Yeshua, the power is within you. Reverence for life and the power of love will activate the divine blueprint within you, making you capable of working wonders. Mary Magdalene was Yeshua's most beloved disciple. He gave her secret teachings of the great mysteries at night. Maybe that's what my twin flames higher self was doing in the living room. Like, sorry, that's fucking banter. I'm going to be pissing myself when I watch this back. But seriously, that was a dream that you have at night, and it's a bit weird. She would keep vigil for him out the. Oh no, I thought I was about to say out the window. I'd be fucking need to run the. I'd be peeing myself out in the wilderness to ensure he was not disturbed when he meditated and rose and. Oh no, this is too creepy. When he, do you know what? Do you know what I mean? If you're saying, like I always say, I'm not saying that like me and mine are like Mary Magdalene Jesus, right? Because like I can't stand when people like claim they're that no, lots of people can, but it's like the freak. We are definitely a set of twin flames that embody them guiding us in a big way. Um, this is weird. This is so weird. Like with my story, that dream. So look, she would keep vigil for him out the wilderness to ensure he was not disturbed when he meditated and rose into other realms to commune with higher frequency beings. Hello, I'm the higher frequency being in this. That's the only way you can communicate with me. Have you seen how it's funny that I live up high too, but have you seen when I'm going to put that little shorts because a lot of people wouldn't have seen it. The shorts that I done when I watched this film that's called Frequencies. It was fucking weird. But if you want to watch it, if you're interested, it's on Prime and it's called Frequencies. And it had very interesting bits about music being, like they've kept it from us. It's a secret healer and stuff, which is true. That's true. In fact, wait a minute, I did put quotes on my phone. Maybe in that, see what I mean? That's why I do that. Now is the time. But oh God, how am I going to find it? Wait a minute, I'll just get it up and then I'll read that after. Oh no, I don't know. Uh, Frequencies. It should just come up. It's not coming up. A bit shit. It's in there somewhere. Fuck knows where. Can't be that far away because I watched it the other week there, didn't I? Mm. Oh, there we go. Right. Right, okay, yeah, well, I don't think I've wrote too many things right, so we'll finish this first. An intrusion would break the energy field, so she held space for him. Oh my God, is that why I fucking said that? Now remember, this was just a dream, but I am a shaman and astral things are twins and but it was a dream. We'll stick with it, it was a dream. But that's interesting that I've described that something happened before I got to talk to him. An intrusion would break the energy field, so she held space for him. Yeshua taught men and women in a spiritual partnership with Mary Magdalene. Together, they initiated people and performed many wonders as they emanated at the divine blueprint of their equal partnership, which is what I'm saying. All the twin flames that really, really connect with Jesus and Mary Magdalene, which is not. It depends, I can't say that for all twin flames because I'm not all twin flame, but it's kind of like there's definitely ones that I've come across that really, really strongly resonate with Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and some are, not so much. Um, the blueprint is not visible, but expressed through a holographic template that is accessible to everyone. It already exists within you. That is why Yeshua said you could do these things and more, because the kingdom of God is within your midst. And that's Luke 17:21. Entering a partnership of equals soul to soul, emotional awareness is essential. When you're authentically empowered, you will not be satisfied with less. You know it will stifle your growth. Yeah, it'll make you feel sick actually. Um, Partners should celebrate their abilities and enhance each other's evolution as spiritual beings. That is true love. And remember, we already got the true love card. Loving it. Loving it. Right, I'm just going to read these and then I'll read that wee meditation. Wait a minute, did I catch up with these? Um, I connect with Jesus so much. Even saying his name, I always cry. He meant, oh, that's lovely. Yeah, so that's like that's really how when I do when I'm helping people with the real sort of deeper sort of like the deliverance part of it. It is always Jesus. Like actually one, I mean, she's not on, but I don't know if no. Like so again, it's it's just, obviously I've said it's a she, but there was somebody that told me something quite recently that I was praying for her for something because I'm praying for people all the time that they say, and yeah, there was an actual experience of seeing something quite angelic, or she would. I might get her to write that actually, because could be anonymous. But it was just quite funny because that's not the first time someone said that. Right. I feel like so these are quotes from this film, and I'm just stressing the film is fucking weird. The film's fucking weird. I was like, kind of, it's funny. It was like I had to keep rewinding it because I had to keep doing that last night with the Born Identity as well because it's like I've seen that before, but oh no, now they want me to say that. Something really weird happened last night. This was really weird. I thought I was watching the first one because I can't stand when I watch things in different order. I thought I was watching the first one, but because it did say the Born Identity, but it must be because it was like, it was on the movie channel. It sometimes records like all the films like back to back. And and I was confused because I was like, why did this feel like it started? And it's like I'm not getting the start of it because I've seen it, but I hadn't seen it for ages, and because I just don't really like all the violence and that in it. But I did like the wee love story stuff going on. But it was kind of like don't really like how she meets her demise because I'm pretty sure in one of the other films, that happens. But um. Yeah, anyway, I think I was watching the second one, so it confused the fuck. I watched like an hour of the second one and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I think it was quite bad. I don't know, I wasn't really paying much attention. And then I was like, right, no, I was still awake, so I was like, I'm going to actually watch the one I'm meant to watch. Oh shit. Am I channeling where somebody makes a mistake again about who's who? It feels like it anyway. But like, so I went back to the start. That reminds me of Take Me Back to the Start. The scientist asked me your questions. The dream, that's hilarious. Um, Oh, let's go back to the start. Because that's the song that plays at the end of Wicker Park, which, what have I always said for the past 3-ish years now? That's the. So basically, I mean, I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? That, like, I'm just putting it out there that it better be that intense, or, like, what's the point? There needs to be tears, there needs to be emotion, and it needs to be real. So, no pressure, no pressure. And just when it's the right time, and if that's meant to be, which we know it is. But yeah, but anyway, that's really sad. All jokes aside, like I've shared that loads of times, that clip in the community tab. But if you've not seen Wicker Park, you need to watch it because it's a head fuck. But the reunion is very sad and very beautiful, and because they're kept apart by lies and tricks and illusions. So there's always something in a favourite film, isn't there? Um, so. Yes, the Adjustment Bureau, Wicker Park. I wouldn't say Wicker Park's not my favourite, it's just it really spoke to me. And what's weird is I watched that, I don't know, I watched it like years and years and years back, like before, I don't know if it was before consciously knowing who he was, but I mean, he would have been in my life. I don't know, I can't remember when it came out, but I did it, just it really spoke to me, and that's what I mean, even because we're all past, present, future, I knew it was something like there's definitely going to be something like that that connects to me personally, but a lot of you as well. So, unfortunately, but this film, it's about that frequencies film. It's about like someone's on a really high frequency and the other person is on a different frequency, and it's the guy has to do all these different things to get on her frequency. But at different points, it can be like one's a masculine, one's a feminine, because it was like the feminine wasn't actually connected to her emotions. So it's really weird, but quite a lot. I did get a few takeaways from it, so I'll tell you them. So This is when they were so I'll just read it and then I'll see if it makes sense when I'm reading it out. This is when the girl who feels like she was in the masculine energy was like, I feel a huge weight in my chest. It's intense. I feel connected to myself. Oh my God. See how it does fit with what I'm saying about the trauma? It does. Um, it definitely feels better when we're touching. Why is that? Like it's like she was like a robot. It's like she was like really like kind of analytical. You're tough to see it. That was they were weird that bit, but anyway. Um, and then the boy says, because you love me, perhaps. So like that's person in the feminine energy. And then the nature all around them on the train shakes. It's got nature rebels and it shakes. And then they kiss and it stops. So it's basically getting across that that's the power that twin flames have. Like when people keep them apart, that both people fundamentally, when you're kind of awake, you're quite sad. You know what I mean? You are always, even if you're not that conscious of it, you're aware you're not with the person you're meant to be. Like there's this weird feeling. Um, but obviously, if you consciously know it's even fucking worse, but it depends. I can't say it's worse because I just have lived the one where I know. Um, and then I've put he's in a lower frequency. She's happy. I said that. It makes that. So this is another set of these twins. He makes me normal, and I make him normal. We're the only ones who can make each other normal. Now I don't like the word normal because what's normal to the spider is chaos to the fly. But you get the gist. There's nobody else that can make you that the best version of you. Rather, like it's your twin that can do that. But you have to push through the mirror and trauma the triggers, battling through the fucking. I'm seeing like something on one of these programs when I was wee, like when you have to fucking battle the fucking, the soft play thing and everyone's hitting you. Like, oh, have you ever seen? Now, maybe you're going on some kind of vacation or a holiday or some, whether with your twin or by yourself or, but because I was away for like a night not that long ago, but it was kind of like have you ever seen the film The Vacation? Because there's a scene in that where she has to run this thing that she ran at college and she runs it when she's older and it's fucking hilarious. She like downs a pint and she's spewing and it's like really, really, that film's really funny. I found it late one night, like a few months ago, and I was like, it's probably a load of shit, but it wasn't. It was really funny and I'd never heard it. And then it was on again the other week there and it was really funny. Because it's got Christina Applegate, so I loved her. I loved her in I'm not going to sing that song on here, but The Sweetest Thing. And if you've seen that, you'll know what I mean. But I loved her in that. I think her health is like really, really, her health is like declined massively. Um, she was the girl crush for me. You know what I mean? Because it was Cameron Diaz and her, and hmm, I'll see if that comes in a minute. I think they're trying to tell me something about close female friendships as well, because, that is like a really close friendship, that I feel it could remind you of how you are with a close friend or how you were with someone from your past. Because that's the thing, even when someone isn't your friend now, you still have good memories with people like that. But I would hope if you've had a friend like that. But it's triggering something because like there was a song that came on yesterday that it wasn't it didn't feel like it did feel like something like from a fit. So a minute, just because it's coming to me, I'm just gonna have a quick look. You can see I'm in no hurry. I'm in that sleepy kind of trancey. Let's see. Now that's the ones from today. What was the one that came on yesterday? Oh yeah, that my favorite one. Certain things came on again yesterday. Oh, this is it. Look here. So yeah, this. So if you're keeping up with me, right, this will be for Twin Flames too, but I can't describe to you how I knew it. I just felt it in my soul. So the way that they were telling me, so I feel this is one of the females out there that this is like someone from your past, probably Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, like saying this to you. Yeah. Or it could be a friend in the spirit world, but I didn't get that feeling. I feel it's somebody that like maybe you just don't speak it. So I've screenshotted the lyrics that I wish I could remember, but I keep your memory. You visit me in my sleep. We'll see how it could be with Twin Flames too, but like you know what I mean. Definitely could be in my dream, but that's not specifically who I felt. You visit me in my sleep, my darling. Who knew? My darling, who knew? I miss you. So take out the my darling bit because a bit weird if you go. Oh, maybe if you call your pal, I suppose you could. But you know what I mean. It was kind of like I can only describe it that way. It was like because if you I've not screenshotted those lyrics, but those lyrics like carry on, like, if 3 years from now somebody, you know what I mean? 3 years somebody said, basically it's like if 3 years from now somebody said, if somebody, it's, I can't sing it, but it's like, if somebody said 3 years from now you'd be long gone, add something and punch them out because they're all wrong. You know what I mean? And it was like I felt the sadness coming through it. It was like somebody, it's almost like they were trying, somebody's soul was trying to say to me or say to me about one of yous or connect with many of us. Like, if somebody had said to me that we wouldn't be friends 3 years from now, so this could even be like, say, 3 years, could actually literally be 3 years ago or however many, I think it must be, that like, so say go back to when you were friends with someone and you must have been like that kind of close. Because again, they are using my stuff because like I've got films where it is like, I've got a few films where it's friendships like that. And it is, like even though I'm not friends with some of these people, I'll I'll always associate that film with that friend. So I'm kind of don't want to go here because I can feel a lot of emotion coming up in me. So I do feel I am connecting with how I feel some of your friends from the past are in a dark place actually. So we're just going to pray for any of our friends that are going through a dark night of the soul, an ego death. I feel feeling maybe remorse for things that they didn't feel at the time, things towards you, and you might be thinking, no, that doesn't look like the past of my past. They fucking moved. Well, it's someone's, and remember, people can mask things. So I felt it really, really strongly. So we're just putting that out there, and then I felt it again later in the day as well. Maybe maybe someone's going through a hard time. Maybe somebody's like lost a family member or something, or so it's something like that. They need feminine love, even if it is just from afar. So, God, fucking hell, I'm really feeling that. So right, I'm going to read what you're saying in a minute because I know it will be connecting because I'm feeling a lot of emotion. So it doesn't take much, especially because we're about to be in a Cancer moon. Um, Yeah, they know your frequency has established itself. They know what happens when we're together. So I'm jumping about here, but if you can keep up with me, that was the bit in the film where one of the twin flame couples was like, basically it's getting across that like there's people trying to stop the two twins from getting together. Like they're watching and they're stopping you kind of. And then oh right, and then look, so I'm going to read all this bit. Official people burst in with guns. That was a really weird bit. And then a bloke starts playing the piano saying music is the anecdote. That was a weird bit, but it's kind of cool. When Mozart plays, we all are on the same frequency. Now that's interesting because if you play classical music to babies, it's good for classical babies because we used to do that. Um, and I used to sing. And of course now that really is amazing because I used to sing in the nurseries all the time and the kids loved it. And obviously people would say, oh, that's because you're a healer too, but not in the, you know what I mean? It's on a deeper level. I'm like, God, that really is like, it's quite nuts. Like I used to sing to babies when I worked in the cancer ward too, and their health would improve. Um, it's been used to control the masses. There you go. That was the big ding 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 ding. Because they do the lower frequency kind of horrible kind of modern music with that kind of low beat. Like whenever I hear that, even with a car passing, like I can't stand it. I don't hardly listen. I used to listen to music channels and that all the time, and I don't because it's all shite. Unless it's like something from my era, and then I'll be turning it up, turning it all the way up. Um, we knew early on that music had some power to free us. They weren't simply composers, they were writing to give us control back of our minds. Music is the reset button, the soul, collective subconscious, literally as the moon was in my 12th, true story. My life is weird. The moon was in my 12th house of subconscious when I was watching this. Oh yeah, and then this was weird. Somebody said, "Why do you not talk to her?" Like someone was asking, but it was him as a wee boy. Like, why do you not talk to her if you like her? And he was like, "I can't." And then it's got different frequencies, so it was like somebody can't get to somebody. And it's like, why don't we tell them? Because the masses prefer not to be self-aware. That's like, why can't we tell them how to free themselves? I'm nearly finished. It's the code that governs everything. Right, so basically, I don't know what to read all this, but basically it's getting across that it's like this is to do what I'm saying about light language and people's gifts activating and music, just music that uplifts your soul can heal you. We all know that. That sounds like a song. Music makes me lose control. That is it. Who's that again? I just heard that. Um, they're going to ask that. Oh, this was interesting. They're going to ask from our help from the book. Everyone is. Now, I felt that was about the Akashic records. And that is what I've been told, that more people would respect what I'm doing and come to me for help, and anyone that does this, some of you guys. Um, Technology has never been my strong point, but we're all getting used to it, aren't we? And then the doctor prescribes music, and I do feel that light and sound is getting more and more well known. It's getting more respect for healing people. What you feel is not due to any manipulation. You're perfectly normal for a machine. All right, okay, that's don't know if any of that. She said that. Oh yeah, this was how it ended. You always said that what you wanted more than anything was feelings, and she says, "Yes, feelings, to be in love." So what are you saying? That nature created you just for me, to give me what I wanted? Oh yeah, I must have missed that bit out. She's like, "Oh, I feel like you were created just for me." And then he says that would mean neither of us had a choice. So I think they were showing me that bit because it's like you feel like fucking hell. Even if I wanted to like get this person out of my mind or not be connected to them, I can't. You know what I mean? You'd just get that if you're a twin flame. The other people will think we're weird, but I mean, you know what I mean? Give a fuck, it's true. Even the people that are denying it, it's fucking true. You know what out there, people in denial. Um, Um, I'm just here to serve a purpose for you, fate. And then is it him that's if is it her that says she says, does it matter? And he says, no, not to me. And then she says, no, me neither. And that's like accepting that you are the same energy when you that's when you come back into union. And it says knowledge is useless if you only know parts. Yeah, and that's so that boom. Oh, I love it. I love that that was where that came in. But basically it's getting across the point that they don't give that information to the masses. Some of us get it and some of us do it and some of us heal in that way, but some of it are like how like it's like what I said the other day. I say it all the time, right? When I had a headache the other week there, although I knew it wasn't mine, if it's all day and it's consuming me, I put like a frequency healing video on. Some of these things are only like 4 minutes and stuff, and it's gone because that is my medicine, right? And it's like, that's how somebody like responds to my voice healing them on the free videos or in a session more than they would to taking a paracetamol or ibuprofen. If you resonate with that, you really are, we must be soul family, you know what I mean? Because I was saying to people recently, like, because I say this fairly often, but, and I can't, I'm not a doctor, so you have to, do what your doctor says, but it's kind of like, all I know is I have done case studies on this where there's loads of people that have been doing work with me and they themselves just have the decision to like wean themselves off or just chuck them away in some cases. Um, and yeah, they miraculously their happiness comes back. People are going out for runs. Their sex life's on fire again. Which is kind of crazy that I can help people with that when I'm in this place of like fucking Mary Magdalene's celibacy. You know what I mean? And it's and it's kind of like yeah, it's how do some people don't believe that. They don't believe that listening to a 4 minute video is going to help you. But also, in my dark night of soul, I listened to like, heart chakra binaural beats, and that's what would soothe me. That's what would help me sleep. So anyway, right, now I'll catch up with the comments. People are awakening to this. And if you're already awake to it, just watch all the other people. It's kind of amazing. Um, oh, that dog sounds a bit vicious out there. See, so what's that symbolic of? Somebody vicious around you need to look out for. Funny, you said about last night, the worst night ever. Dreams were intense. Like I was able to see from the beginning till the end with masculine. I seen everything hidden, what was that? Oh, right, yeah. Yes. Yes. Similar dreams myself, yes. But not recent, but I've had them in the past and you don't fucking forget them, do you? I wasn't with him. Everything was revealed like I was reliving it all. It was scary but amazing. Spirit showed me everything all through a dream. Amazing. Yes. Pay attention to your dreams or visions. Today healed very Cameron Diaz for me. Yeah, she was the Harry too, wasn't she? Today healed, very happy and abundant. Abundance everywhere around me, grateful. Yes, and that's funny because you've come on. That's exactly, you see, you're in the same place as me. For everything. Spiritually, I'm ascending so fast that now Today's what I care about, divine moves on. I can't find my friend. Wow, look everywhere and ask spirit to show me where she is. Oh, what? Do you mean like an actual physical friend? Like you don't know? I think you did say that, didn't you? That rings a bell. It's all I do is sing, even at work. I always told to stop, but I can't yet. You're quite similar to that's me. Isn't that me, guys? I'm always fucking singing. Right. Um, yeah, because I always wonder that about my twin flame. I'm like, I wonder if he sings as much as me. I've only ever heard him singing once drunk down the phone to me. I wasn't out. He just like was drunk and singing down the phone. Right. Um, Probably more than once, but that time sticks out. Right. So yes, I haven't seen her in. Oh my God! Of course you haven't seen her in 3 years. When I'm going on about the song saying 3 years, well, oh my God! Well, there you go. It's channeling your and whoever else that makes sense to, because they were pulling on my heartstrings with that. Um, well, we pray for you to be able to find your friend. Yeah, and update us when it happens. Yeah, because that's a bit concerning as well. I don't understand it. We were very close then nothing. Maybe she's in a dark place though. Like maybe she's going through, you know what I mean? A bit like what happens with the divine feminine, divine masculine. Like maybe she's going through that process and really hermiting. And if you're, again, I'm not going to assume that you're like me in that way, but maybe, maybe that your friend is aware that you would have like overgave and it would have taken away from you doing your thing. Well, I hope she turns up safe and sound. Right, okay, let's now read this. Um, Somebody needs to, put capital letters and emojis and shit if the mic goes off because I'm so kind of sleepy. I'm not going to notice. But it always happens when it's meant to. When it cut out in one of the star sign ones, it did cut out only for a minute. And then it came back on because Renee was saying that. And she was like, oh, I wasn't there, but it did come back on. I don't know what one it was because I've not watched them back yet. No, not this long. We went months, but not this long. Hmm. I mean, you don't need to tell us all your friends' shit, but was there reasons why, you might be protected because you just, if you're in that such a high frequency, like, you know what I mean? Like, was she, I don't know, maybe like just hanging around with people that maybe weren't going to be good for you or not your cup of tea? You know what I'm saying? Right. Let's do this if you want to, people. So, well, I don't think my heater's on. It's pretty warm in here. Right. So it must be what's coming through. So we require a quiet place where you can sit or lie comfortably uninterrupted. So I'm sitting, you can lie down if you want. A candle to create a soft, warm atmosphere. Well, there's a little tea light over there. A journal or diary and a pen for making notes afterwards. And it takes about 15 minutes. Oh, for fuck's sake, you kidding me? Well, I'll do this at the end then. Yeah, I'll end it. That'll be a nice way to end it. Because I keep meaning to go back to using the my scriptures cards. I don't know where to put them. Like, yeah. No, she was the best, a loner. Hmm. All right. Well, no, I'll hold that in my when I'm praying and that. I'll hold her in my thoughts because that's a bit sad. But you just never know because people when they go into like their spiritual awakening, their dark night of soul, and their, you know what I mean. Everyone reacts to it differently. It's a bit kind of like let's face it, that is like on the twin flame journey too. It's like, look, I like the hermit too, and like I get upset and things trigger me, and I've got my own trauma. But why do they not want to talk about it to kind of work it out to feel better, so they can both feel better? But it's that person's had different, although think you can have things that are similar, that person won't have had the exact same experience. So you will, some of you could react differently. So that's when you know what's a good example? It's that video when I was crying my eyes out, when I was overwhelmed at one of our soul family, soul sisters returning after being off my radar for about a year and a half, which is really funny because the person I connected with yesterday had been off my radar for about a year and a half as well, maybe even 2 years. So it's like a lot of people are sort of coming back from, you know what I mean? It's like they've wandered off elsewhere and now they're sort of feeling the need to come back for sort of more support and stuff. But but like I know some of them actually were still what not the lurking haters, but they were still watching, but like, you know, it just kind of that was enough. Um and but anyway, the point of me saying that is because she's very sunflower connected to sunflower too. The point was and again, she'll more than likely probably watch this on replay, so she knows that I'm saying this. But it's kind of like, at times I was like, you know, I wonder why. And there's still a few people that I wonder that about that could be watching this right now live, lurking, or on the replay. And it's like I'm like, you know, why have they not like kind of been touched, or why have they not said, or you know? And it's you could be like, well, why don't you touch it? This is people that like the last correspondence was like, oh, you know it was like them to kind of get back, and it's kind of like, but that's why, like, because I deal with so many different people with in these places, I have to just leave, you know, I get guided to just leave people to it, and and they know to reach out to me when they're ready. Because I was even saying that to someone yesterday. It's a bit sad to think. I know there's some people that feel they kind of didn't leave it on good terms, or they ghosted me rather. Not my divine masculine. This is clients. Um, And but sometimes it's because it's so intense, and it's because of the amount of love that I can hold, unconditional love. And you know, sorry, this is I'm not sorry, not sorry, but this is really deep. Those of you that didn't get that love as a child or anything remotely like that, that can be pretty alien, you know what I mean? That sounded like someone's name there, didn't it? But you know what I mean? That can like feel pretty alien and kind of like whoa, you know what I mean? And some people like watch the catch here and you know they pull back or they feel vulnerable because they've shared their own shit. But again, you don't need to feel vulnerable because again, I share my shit on these things too. But it's like yeah, they just make me do that. Again, my methods are unusual, but they work. But it's kind of like um you know what I'm saying? It's but that taught me like when that you know when she came back into my life, like you only need to watch that video to see how upset I was because there's somebody on here, they might have fallen asleep, but there's somebody on here that had said to me that it was when they watched that video that they felt like that doing something to the, like triggered something like in a good way, like their emotions, seeing me that upset. But it was also I do feel that was meant for a reason because like remember that was the woman that said I don't know what it says but all I know is I feel strongly that's going to help people so I don't care what you say about me my stuff I trust you just put it out there and she was right because it did I had several people say that really like awakened triggered something in me because I think maybe a lot of people are like fuck like I didn't think Claire got like that you know what I mean it's like oh hello yeah give it another half an hour and you'll see how fucking emotional I am because when the moon's in Cancer or Pisces it's like you know very emotional but yeah, but you know what I mean. But at that, I'm proud of myself that I didn't go down all these dark places of like thinking all these terrible things because I knew that the last we'd left, it was like she'd loved the therapy that we'd done, she'd loved the sessions we'd done, and she'd said she was like, Claire, I spoke about you need enough every day to my twin flame, telling him how amazing you are, and just hoping that he would reach out to you when he was ready, and then I kept wanting to reach out to you, but I kept being told no. And then her twin flame did reach out to me, and you know, and I foresee. Well, I know because like she'd said, like you know, I'm going to be doing a bit of work with the two of them. Hopefully, actually together at one point, but I'll let them decide. But like, you know, separately. So it's exciting, guys. Things are happening, and remember, be careful what you wish for because I did say I'm bored of like reading. I mean, I know that's been this week, but I mean, hopefully that I'm again, in some it's weird in some type of way I am going to be pulling through these darker meshes until that energy sort of transmutes because of the Lilith and Scorpio thing because it's going to be I think it's there about 9 months bad news um but that can be good for spicy stuff too you know Scorpio you know but getting down the deep dark root of something but sexual alchemy and all that kind of stuff twin flame yeah I could see how that'd be a good thing for that but um give me back the flow of that. But yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be working with twins in union. Because even if I'm not in union, I know there are twins in union, and that is where my skill set, what I've got the skills to be able to do that. I help you with that. Because again, it's like my Chiron 0 degrees in Gemini in the seventh house. That is somebody that's had a lot of pain in the area of relationships. And yes, I have had pain in, well, I wouldn't call them relationship. It was a relationship, but you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, anyway, moving on. The had the experience I was meant to have to be able to help people with. It's like I said, I'm grateful for the bad experiences and love and other friendships and whatever relationships that help me do what I do. But the biggest painful part of that fucking key to the pain of the House of Union is not being in union. You know what I mean? Not ever actually being in a relationship, but you know what I mean? And how amazing is that that I could still have that much unconditional love for somebody I fucking don't even know anymore. Like, and that's what I always say. Let's bring in the wee annoyance that like he's gonna feel like he fucking knows me like really well. And it's like, oh, that's great. I've no fucking idea who you are, mate. You know? But I know your higher self really well. So if you've integrated him, then it's fine, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be like oh dear, that was funny the way I channeled that, but I'm fucking finding it pretty funny. Right, so um I'm going to go quiet but still listening. There you go, and that's a good example of what I was saying. But yeah, the point is I trusted, and that's why I was so moved by that person come back in my life because that person knows I fucking love the shit out of her. Like honestly, like listen, I get on really well with all of you, and I can my words are going funny, there, and I get really close with people. But that woman, don't ask me how. It's just hard for me to describe there's again this is quite a few of you because I've said whenever I'm on a Zoom it always feels like there's like I'm connecting with someone that's in the energy of my twin but that woman it was like really still it's really intense and sometimes it was too intense but like it's hard to describe but like the bond is just there so even though we didn't talk like we were talking telepathically too so I always say that like particularly with that set of twin flames we have to have been in the same like cluster of like monad or whatever because we're so connected. And I've met other people that were in that too because you just know. Um, but because there's soul family and then there's other levels of that where it's like really strong. And I can do stuff like that if anyone's interested. If you actually want, I can actually do that in a past life regression. So if you pick that on the schedule, we could actually find out. Um, so let me know when we can chat. Should I book in and have a call over WhatsApp or Messenger? Don't mind paying just yeah, because I don't well not to be rude, but I don't do free calls anymore. You've missed a boat on that. I'm long past that because you shouldn't do things without and because I do so much free work on here, but it's not wise. It gives people room to send you negative energy. Not that you would, but it's just called to ask a few things privately. Yeah, what to do is if you book the link that's pinned there. That's got the overall booking, and you choose the one that says divinely timed. I don't know, it's something like, divinely timed session or something like that. Or if you go to the community tab, it's always got, if you're new, this is the one, and you can book it that way. Um, yes, and then I can, because basically for everyone, because you've asked that, thanks. It's like if you're new, or if you're not new and you've watched me for years and we've not had a personal session it's just wise to book that, right? Because A, you get a bit of money off. It's my old prices. I know that'll still be pricey for some people, but that's again, that's what I've been getting. That's even good that I keep that price. I'm always getting because it's the 144. It's cute. It's because I'm not about the money. It's kind of like what I mean. But it's I spend. Put it this way, Renee, back me up. You had that session the other day. And was that just a little quick hour where I listened to your twin flame story? I think we know the answer to that, guys. Go and look at the review. But yeah, I spend a long time with people. And I don't it's not like, oh, I'm gonna spend this X amount. Like sometimes I've spent you wouldn't believe how long I've spent on these Zooms with some people. Um so Yes, guest divine removes people that no longer can be part of your journey, part of it. Yeah, sadly, Mary, they do. It happened to me, and like I said, that's why that was kind of like when that song come on to give that mate. Like it was the things they gave me to tell me that it was quite it was quite triggering. I mean, it doesn't trigger me enough now to that I'd be crying about it because like I've moved through that bit. But holy shit, I was even just thinking about that. Like when I've had like people that I haven't been friends with now for years, like some years and years, and some just like a few years, but a while now. Like I had to move through the grieving process. Like there was, I mean, I don't mind even saying this, like because again, it's like I won't know night. It's like there was one night I was drunk And I like, there's a lot of the time it would be I would be crying about him, like, and that's fucking Christ, like all these years. But and it would be to my best friend, you know what I mean? Because like, but anyway, there was one night I was out with her and it wasn't actually him, and that's even now that's kind of upsetting. I was just crying all night about my about like a friend, like. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, but it's not, we're not meant to be friends now, you know what I mean? But it's like that, you can wish them well, but, and then sometimes it's kind of like, I bet you sometimes when I've actually been upset, it could be that they're upset about me. And so I can feel all that too. But you know, it's intense. But yeah, it is, for whatever reason, you're not meant to be in each other's lives anymore. And for me personally, being a Scorpio rising, there's just something I can forgive people, but once the trust is gone, it's quite hard to, you know what I mean? Like I said, the only person I'm letting back, if I stop trusting you for a reason, the only person I'm letting back after that is him, and he's going to have to explain himself to But not really, because he was never my boyfriend. It's just, it's just probably just I'll be like, look, that's enough. You don't need to tell me anymore. Just leave the past. You know what I mean? Just let's get to know each other again, if you're allowed to, if that's allowed. So see you soon. Good night till the yeah. See you soon. Good night. Thank you for joining in. Right. Okay. So that was a quick, well, a very long interruption to what we. I'm gonna end it on. Please, somebody remind me to end it on that wee meditation. Right. So. God. You'd think the Cancer Moon was here already. This is just a bit fucking much. Do you know what it is? It's a fucking Mercury. It's a fucking Mercury retrograde to Venus retrograde. I probably am feeling everybody's friends and lovers and family members, estranged people from the past, thinking about them. And then they're showing me mine, and it's just all like a big amalgamation. Oh, that's funny when words come in. I don't even know what they mean, but it's just all like fucking jammed together. And I'm like, please don't give me any more. It's too much. Got my own shit. Right. Anybody that, yes, basically anybody that is feeling bad for whatever they might have done to me, things I know about or maybe even don't know about, I forgive you. I want you to sleep peacefully at night. I love you and wish you well. Okay, you're forgiven. If that, anybody that may, probably quite a few people by the way, but like, you know what I'm saying? Including my twin flame too, you know what I mean? Obviously. That goes without saying, but he will need to hear it too. But I'd rather you came and talk to me. So right. All in good time. Be patient, the card said. But that might not even be for me, but I'm just reminding me it said that. Right, so um what would help with inner union right now? And then we'll God, it's fucking that here must be on, it's got a bit hot. What would help with inner union for the feminine? Light Love is a beautiful, but that sounded like I was going to say leave or something like that. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. Oh my God. Now I know why they were making me touch on my stuff. But yeah, so, and again, that always reminds me of after. Wait, I said this the other day when I pulled it, but when they say to each other, like, we're a mess, you know what I mean? Who isn't? But yeah, so that's what would be helping your inner union, divine feminine, is to accept yourself for who you are. Observe yourself. Look at yourself from an observer point of view. And also remember that's the masculine's feminine side. And just be the divine feminine. Be in your unconditional love, divine feminine. Had to look at your sessions now. Next week I'll book. Have a wonderful tomorrow. Love and blessings. Oh, thank you very much. And I look forward to that, Mary. Um, Yeah, be in your divine feminine energy. And notice that's so beautiful because we started the past. In the past, the divine feminine, you were in not only your yang masculine, but you're in the distorted masculine, And remember, distorted doesn't always need to mean like, oh, you're fucking really bad, you're doing all some fucking bad shit. It's just like, not not the higher version of it, you know what I mean? Just kind of not living your full potential. That's what it can mean as well. So, and then also, because this is for the masculine for inner union too, it's safe to be in your feelings. It's safe to express love. It's safe for you to be stressed and upset about things. You don't always need to have your shit together. You don't always need to be happy. You don't always need to look your best. Clean it up. Like I said before, like, like, I don't know about you, but I quite enjoy just having my days where I look like shit and not look like, you know what I mean? Because even when I feel like I just accept myself unconditionally, but you know what I'm saying? Like, where you're kind of like just cutting about, like, just feeling a bit of a scruff or whatever. Like, it's everyone needs that. Right. So, as far as I'm concerned, that'll be me tomorrow, probably. Well, I don't know, it depends. If I do a live, I'll put my makeup on or something. Right, so masculine's inner. Wait a minute, I need to turn that heater off. This is just unbearable now. So the heat is rising, guys. Ugh. I don't know if my bodysuit is on. What that? Oh, that's horrible. Right, what does that say? I want to treat you the way you deserve. Sneaked in when I stood up. So, what does the masculine need for inner union? Gifts. Love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another. Oh, that fits with what I just said. Oh, and then also that fits with all the gift stuff that was covered earlier. So yeah, I feel so maybe when I was saying that, it's like, look, love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand each other. This masculine collective, all the people that connect with us or when they catch up, they do want that now. Like, so, have patience for this person or still have patience they're going to get there, that they're going to get to the point where it's kind of unbearable and they do want to talk about their feelings. And that's what happens when you push down your feelings and they bob back up. Sometimes it takes fucking years or decades. Hide away. And that's, again, it's just the truth. I've worked with people where it has actually taken that long. And again, if you think it's a long time that you've been in the rabbit, there's people that have had longer. Make time to be with your person, create your own special hideaway. Yeah, I do feel I'm sort of picking up on kind of like nights away, weekends away, or longer holidays away, whether it's kind of like more like localish or like, getting on a plane again. I'm not so big again. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually updating my passport because I just, I do need to do it. Although it's like Mission Impossible to prove your fucking identity. That's funny that I was watching the Bourne Identity. Um, but yeah, you know what I mean? I do feel like that is, or you might not be going anywhere and it's just about you connecting together, getting to know each other. Um, right. And some possible soul retrievals? What card will I use for that? Let's use these. Right, so a possible soul retrieval. So this is just luck of the draw. If this resonates, it resonates. This is just something I do to give people a wee indication. Like that if it hits you in the heart, it's probably your message and it might be a good idea to book a session at some point, you know what I mean, for that. Um, so you can be the decider of that. What's a possible soul retrieval someone needs? Truth. Always be true with yourself and all others involved in this current situation. So I feel in that case, like I feel this is when they're talking about how powerful the astrology is connecting with my like Pluto just now. I feel that's about if you're needing to know the truth about who is around you and what's happened. Like for instance, one I done yesterday, like just don't tell me anything and I'll just like channel and pull the cards and the person's always sitting there like and whatever it is I've said, like they instantly connect with what's about, and then we talk about it, you know what I mean? And then like I said, you're not feeding the medium, you're not feeding the channeler. But I would hope anyway that by the time somebody's booked a Zoom, most people, unless you're a new person that actually, because actually, again, I'm really honoured when people do that, when I attract people that they've just found me and they like my energy in the book like that really means a lot to me because some people lurk for years. I don't judge you either, like, but it's kind of like, you know what I mean, it's just a divine timing. But um I feel it's about, what I'm saying is, I would hope that you know that I'm genuine. Like I fucking show my whole self fucking out. It's not, you know what I mean, I've got my own stuff too, but like, fucking tell you everything. But um, always be true with yourself. Yeah, this is about doing some deep, deep shadow integration, I would say, and getting honest with yourself about something. I'm just feeling I'm feeling too many people's stuff, but it's like for someone, it's like you need to see the truth around you about others around you, and that'll come through. For others, it's like someone's got like, a trauma that they've disassociated from, and that feels more like a past life regression, like where you might want to find out the answers to something. So, someone else, abundance. So somebody be open to receive abundance. Now you see, because Again, now what's weird is even when I haven't been making a lot of money, I've always been good at helping people manifest money. Manifest anything, manifest houses. We've had people in the chat tonight that that's happened, or like, or and again, it can take years because I had feedback from somebody recently where something hypnosis we'd done a few years ago, it's like manifested in a big way already, and it's manifested even better. So it's kind of like, um, and these are, some of these people, like all these things I'm saying, some of these people will actually share, once it's kind of the right time and stuff. But um actually, including one of those twins in union. At one point, she said that to me. I won't hold her to it, but yeah, so that would be cool too. I do feel as, but yeah, basically, what I'm saying is, I've always been able to help people with their money, but because I've been so dedicated to like getting better with money, and I'm now manifest attracting it, just easy, just fucking not really. Well, it's not that I was about to say I'm not doing anything, but it's kind of like I am. I'm just doing what I do every day, but I'm attracting money more easily now. And that's how it fucking should be when you've been putting that much hard graft in. But be open to receive abundance. Like I feel that's somebody that needs me to do some like real clearing on your lower chakras about worthiness. Because a lot of the time, if you're in a lot of lack around money, it's connected to your self-worth. Like maybe you're around people that made you feel worthless or something. Now I can think of loads of people, male and female, that they've actually got loads of money, but people did make them feel like that. So it might not even be about money. It might be that, you need something, a soul retrieval about your self-worth. That's actually with my big session where, I just call it it's the crystal clear clarity, but it's not, I don't always do it the same way. It's something that's usually after people have had a few sessions with me and they're ready for it. It's like a very big emotional one, although anything can be. It's hard to describe it. I weave everything and it's very intense. And that usually is like reclaiming your self-worth. And everybody that's done that, like it's nuts the kind of things that happen after it. That's basically like that session is that's well actually I was calling it for a while. It's where I integrate your masculine with your feminine. And you might think, great, sign me up, do it. I want to be in union now. It's not like that. You need to have had enough soul retrieval to be strong enough for that. And the guides will let you know and me know together. All the signs will be there. Right, okay, so one more. Motivation. Motivation to keep success. Quite simply, that's probably them just reminding people that I'm a coach as well. And so if you want coaching with your mediumship or your psychic skills, like I said, probably those of you that have done the therapy before, or you want a reminder that I do packages of, I think I took that one off, but I did have a package, it was 3 sessions, but I've got ones that are 4 sessions, and then more and stuff. But even just a normal session, we can make it about coaching, like you need some sort of mentoring around something. Accountability, honesty, be honest with yourself about your current situation, and maybe that's something you need to be honest with yourself about. Actually, yeah, like say for instance, like I'm a healer too, or I'm a medium, or I'm a such and such, but I need somebody to help me with this. Like I need support. I'm quite stressed out, you know what I mean? So you can decide. Right. And I do that bit because soul retrieval is my speciality with everything I do. And the soul retrieval that I do a lot of the time, although I just spoke about the big one, it really is just me sitting like this on a Zoom, except the only difference is it's not being live streamed to YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Although I'm going to do some of them where I actually am talking and everyone's watching us talk. Like I want to do some coaching like that, like pretty soon actually. Maybe as soon as like next week. Um so Right, what do we need to know about the future? So what will we use? I think we'll use. Where are those cards? I brought them. Oh, there they are. Right. So what do we need to know about the future for the people that connected with this very long message? I did say I thought it would be on here about 11. I'm not leaving just now. I'm gonna. Oh, probably 11:44 or later. I don't know. Boundaries, yeah, I see how it fits with everything I spoke about. Having sensible boundaries is important. So I feel this is a collective where you're really going to resonate with this, but this bit should actually be for everyone, where this is the feminines that you've had really strong boundaries with everyone, including your masculine, um, energetically or otherwise. And you've even just sent out that signal that it's like I don't want to speak to you until you're gonna actually speak to me about the truth. And yeah, basically. And So that's not the same as I don't want to speak to you ever. It's just like, what's the point unless you want to, tell the truth. And then yeah, and then they've learned from that, you know what I mean? Tough lessons, tough Saturn lessons. And another one. Oh dear, somebody's learned an awful lot because we've got commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. So yeah, like, and again, that's funny because like commitment and boundaries are connected to Saturn. So that's quite funny that I said, oh, that's Saturn. But yeah, I feel that is like, that is the Saturn Venus conjunction, sort of that's really bringing about these energies of like people actually being like, no, I do want to commit to this. Like whether it's committing to, getting a friendship back or committing to, being with this person and, and stronger. Um, because they're my past life lover. There's a Calvin Harris song like that too, isn't it? But I've not heard of that many times. Past life relationship. You've known each other before, but that can also be you've known each other before in the past, in this life. But it's also you've known each other before in the past. Oh, I know what they're doing. It's because I was going to do this for Saturday and Sunday. Um, for something to watch because I don't think I'll be filming other ones, but I might for and admire, yeah. And I think I'm going to stop there because it's like this is a group of twin flames and it feels like you've been on this journey a very long time. If it's been less, just you can resonate with whoever it wants to resonate with. But there could be something significant about tattoos or anchors. You feel like this person anchors you, that they ground you when you need grounding. It's to even just the thought of them, even if you're not in the physical with them or if you've been in the physical with them, that it's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. And I always think about that card that like pinky promise or something to do with some kind of, whatever handshake, something to do with a hand could be significant, but it is, I think they're, yeah, linking their pinkies. Um, and then a wee New Earth message, and then I'm going to read that thing, and then I'm going to go, oh, no, 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 Connor, are you still here? Connor, are you still awake? It's 11 o'clock, it's not midnight. Because I'll give you a wee message because you donated. Yeah, see, that's what I feel this has been about as well, and that's so fascinating because this says rise into Palladian frequencies. Now, I'm always working with Palladian frequencies, like I say all the time. Yeah, sometimes well, quite a lot of times I'll mention the bits, the guides, and the different bits and bobs I connect with, but I couldn't possibly mention them all because it's that many, and it's just different ones coming to work with me. Like I just say the light beings, but the Palladian frequency is very strong right now because somebody mentioned that in a session yesterday that they felt the Palladians really like trying to connect with them. Um, Sacred Bond healing clears space for higher energies, but the Palladian energy is very connected to Mary Magdalene and Jesus too. So yeah. And how many times have I spoke about frequency and higher frequencies? Look, cities of light, Telos Adama, inner earth, etheric retreats, and there's retreat again, family of light. And that's what we are, guys. We're a little family of light here. Integrate. Oh, exciting. Integration. Forgive. Oh my God, that's actually really beautiful with what I said. Like that was twin flame and otherwise. Look, forgive self and others. Reunion. Let go of defenses. Oh wow, I spoke about defenses at the start as well. Open the door. Now, open the door could be quite literally that you're opening the door to somebody. Well, you will be at some point, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it could have, yeah, it's quite literal meaning. Sooner than you thought. Wait a minute. Oh, you can't read it. That's an annoying thing. Right, okay, so love those cards, but they don't show up on the thing. Right, now I'm going to read it. No, no, now I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to pull Connor a card. Even if he's fallen asleep, he can watch it on replay. um, I'm going to put, yeah, I always feel Jesus energy very strongly with you, Connor, so I'm going to pull these Mary Magdalene ones. Right, so what, what have we got for Connor? What have we got for Connor? Even though Connor's not Irish. Oh, that one, the truth. Oh, very interesting because this is like a version of the matte energy as well. Like, the white feather of truth. Actually, this is like another version as well of my Lady Portia energy. It's justice, karmic justice, legal justice, all that kind of stuff. So the truth is revealed, revelation. So the truth is revealed, revelation. The power of truth will work miracles in your life as you align with your soul personality with source. Speak with integrity. People will not be able to unknow the truth once it's said. Connor, I don't even think I need to say it, but you know what that's about, eh? Because I can feel it. People will not be able to unknow the truth once it is said. Mary Magdalene holds the white feather of truth. Her story must be known, for the lost Bible returned to her bridegroom to restore balance to earth. Mary would have been no stranger to the Egyptian mysteries, as she had been the priestess Isis Mat herself. Mat was the goddess of truth, justice, and cosmic order. She was more than just a goddess to the ancient Egyptians. They believed the universe had an order in it, and it was Mat who kept everything in balance. Mat was extremely important for accessing the afterlife. Notice what I would say about my friggin' 0 degree placements are the keys to the afterlife. Like that's my mediumship. So that could resonate with something in you. I think I've seen that in your chart actually. I'd say that's your 12th house. After physical death, every person has to pass through the hall of judgment, where their heart was weighed against Mat's white feather of truth. If the deceased person's heart balanced with Mat's white feather, they could continue on their journey to the afterlife. If not, their journey ended in the abyss. I mean, a bit dark. The belief influenced the morals and actions in daily life of the ancient Egyptians. Speaking your truth may open you up to ridicule, but think of yourself as planting seeds for people to ponder on. Later, they may take root, grow, and flower. Very interesting. And hope and illumination hold the light. 16, though the tower. Yeah, so I feel there's going to be some kind of tower moment that it's basically, I feel in the sense of it's not pleasant. You know what I mean? I don't like say that, but it's just kind of like it's not something that you'd rather not do it, but it's like you're situated to be a voice of reason and truth and transmute the energy in these places where you're going to speak truth. Either something in the near future or that could be way in the future, but I feel, yeah, I know what that's about. Yin, yeah. And so, and I just feel that's a separate message about it's safe for you to be in your feelings. And they that's so funny. It's like I shuffled all those cards and it came out again. And then look, time to go. So I really do feel that is about they're saying that it's like, in the past, you gave people too many chances. Like you knew what they were all about. You could see right through them. Connor's very switched on. You could see right through them and you could see the manipulation, but like you stayed for whatever reason, right? And now it's like, that's you've learned that lesson that it's like, no, time to go. And so I feel take this on board for all the divine masculines, time to go. Like you now that you've got more in touch with your feelings, your feminine side, you're like, nah, time to go. Like you're not hanging around situations where you're not appreciated or where there's like narcissists or manipulative people. You're just kind of like, nah, I'm off, time to go. And then I shuffled for the third time in a row and Yin come out. And you're not in a fork in the road about that. Look, fork in the road in reverse. You're not confused about things like that. Like that's, and I know you've been there for some time now, but it's just I really do feel that as your guides and your loved ones and basically all the loved ones that you were telling me about the other day, that it's like I feel your dad, but I can feel like your aunties and stuff. It's really nice actually. Um, Proud of you. Joy, gratitude, intuition. Well, just to hammer home what I was saying, intuition. Like they're all really proud of you because I know that's the thing. Like they're proud of you in the spirit world because I know that you've got more of that support in the spirit world than you have in the actual fucking world, which is not not far away from a lot of other people's experience. It's but yeah, they're really proud of you for overcoming the devil because the 15 card's the devil card as well. Yeah, look, shaman, healing energy. You've got healing energy. Look at this. Whatever deck I use, this was like the other night. Like a lot of people in the chat I was bringing through like, that shamanic energy about you, and now Connor as well. But that I even do it, like I have said things similar to Connor as well. And as I did just mention his 12th house, and that's got a 12 in it. So yes, very likely all of you were like shamans in a past life, basically. You know what I mean? We were all in a shamanic group together. Because they're past life cards. Right, okay, so enough now. Enough now. That's from Love Actually. Enough now. Don't like that bit actually, because it's when the oh god, that could be relevant somewhere. It's when the pals fucking, you know what I mean? They've just got married and the pals try to get in there. You know what I mean? With the signs. You know what I mean? And then he's like, enough now, when he tells her how he feels. So I think, by the way, what I don't know what the fuck I'm channeling there, but I mean, they took it. Could you please not do that? This has been mostly a rather light one after all the heavy messages. Look, but I opened the page up at distorted masculine. So there's got to be something with that. Because in Love Actually, the friend goes after the best pal's wife. Yeah, whatever that's about. Distorted masculine. Um, right, I'm going to read this and then we're going to go. So, Divine Feminine. I think I've put everyone to sleep, guys, because nobody's spoken quite some time. So while you're talking, I'm going to read you a bedtime story. And we're going to call in the codes of unconditional love. So, make yourself comfortable and call in all your own angels. Close your eyes if you feel guided to do this. And spirit guides and ask them to support you while you do this process. It doesn't matter if you don't know their names or specific details, just call them in and they will be there for you. Take a minute or two to contemplate your own feminine qualities. Do you tend to hide your gentleness, softness, feelings, emotions, creativity, or intuition around some or even all other people? Do you have an exterior that is a bit tougher than you would like? Spend another minute or two letting your imagination unfold. What might your divine feminine look like if she had a form? Now, I'm going to stay quiet in a minute, but that's really interesting because pay attention to that. Like, I feel some people could have some real profound experiences with that. And it's 11:11 right now. I feel some people watching this at some point in the future, possibly even now, you're going to have some really profound awakenings to either who the person is at all, or if you didn't know or you weren't sure, or just a deeper level of that love or understanding of what the divine feminine's love is for you if you're the masculine. For a select few divine feminine, it could be, that you could have got a bit confused and lost in the sorts of twin flame land about, but yeah, just pay attention. Now call to your divine feminine in your mind or out loud. If you can't see an image in your mind's eye, please don't worry. Your intention is enough. Just call her and ask her to return to you fully. Let your divine feminine know you need her influence and wisdom in your life, and that you long for the balance and harmony she can bring. Imagine her coming forward immediately and embracing you, surrounding you in her compassion and unconditional love. Speak to your divine feminine whatever way feels good for you. She's like a dear friend who's been waiting in the wings, ready to help, support, and love you the moment you asked her to. Ask her to show you ways to express her energy, abundance, and light in your everyday life. Give yourself a moment to feel her creativity filling you. When you're ready, thank your divine feminine for returning. Join hands or link arms with her if that feels good. Make a commitment to yourself to live more from this place within you. Take a deep breath in, exhale fully, and then I'm just going to bring us out my own way. So that was absolutely, that's really blown my mind, because that really is, like I said, I brought through similar bits and bobs yesterday in the session, and that shorts that I'd filmed before that and forgot what I'd said because I hadn't watched it back to it was about Mary Magdalene, specifically codes, which is definitely what's come through there. So that's really lovely. And like I said, it's just to help you settle more into that energy. And then you can, if you want to go deeper with that, you can do that with me one-to-one. If you want to go even deeper, you can do the therapy, like more sessions. So you'll know where you're at and what you're in need of, but just take your time. So, because like I said, it can be overwhelming. If you've not been in touch with your deeper feelings, you're going to have to be grounded with that. So I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. When I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, wide awake, back on the YouTube land. And I am just going to sign off when I get you to open your eyes, because I think this is a nice place to leave it. And I'm hungry. And but before we come back, whenever it is, if you've fallen asleep and you stay asleep, you're going to have a beautiful, peaceful sleep where the energies that you need to unlock, the epiphanies that you need on your journey, and to integrate in your feminine energy more, will just keep unfolding with the synchronicities and serendipity for each of your unique paths. And any of you that are meant to do that deeper work with me at this time or further down the line, you'll get the signs about that if you're meant to, either right now or in the future, because we've all got a soul contract with different healers. So some of you will have that with me, and some of you will have that with other people. And like I was explaining to somebody yesterday, we're in Pluto and Aquarius, and it's about community and collaboration. And although I'm not so big on doing actual collaborations with people, I'm more a bit of a lone wolf in the way that I work. I'm about community, so there will be more sort of sharing things and groups, and like where we actually are talking to each other. And but it's more so, I was saying to people, like, I work really beautifully where I've got a few clients where they've seen a healer in person that actually does. I've got a few clients that they do similar to me in their own way, but it's like I can't physically be with a lot of my clients because they're in different countries. So it's a nice way to get a physical sort of, comfort from someone. And then I'm helping them on the Zoom, and it's funny because although I'm not actually, I don't know these other healers. It's like on an energetic level, we're working together to help the person. Because oh yes, I've actually, yeah, so that really massively happened with someone recently, and then it happened with someone last week. It was just a similar sort of mirrored experience. So it's, but that's because that's how it should be, and that's how you know you're working with a true divine feminine. If there's any sort of competition there going on, it's somebody that's not in their, they're not in that unconditional love and that confidence within, that there's room for everyone, and there's different parts of the puzzle piece that people need for their path. Beautiful. So, preparing to come back now. And like I said, you'll wake up, if you're staying asleep, then you'll wake up in the morning whenever you intended to, feeling like, wow, I just had the best night's sleep ever. Or if you're just wanting to get up now because it's not your beddy by time, then then you'll just be feeling great. So, ready to come back now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thinking about opening your eyes. 1, opening your eyes. Wide awake, wide awake. See you later, people. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. But if not tomorrow, I will pop up on Monday.